Exhale completely through your mouth. Make a whoosh sound and count to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Do this cycle 3 more times. Learn more at healvets.org. This message is furnished by Help Heal Veterans.
Welcome to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Zane on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. It's time to get your day started. Live from the Family Leisure Studios, here are Pete and Zane.
Can you? Let me see your tongue ring. Can you feel it? Anthony saying.
Yeah, I can feel it. It's here.
It's in the air, man.
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Woo!
For sure it is here.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, I love it so much.
Now, what it is, I don't know. But I can definitely tell that it's here, though.
You know what I'm talking about.
NFL.
I don't even. Nope. Well, I mean, yes, you can't feel that.
The classic.
I'm talking about when you. Yeah, you can feel that too. But I'm talking about, man, you go outside and just.
Fall weather.
Oh, the fall weather, man.
Oh, yeah. I'm a fall guy.
I am the fall guy. Oh, big time. Man, does it feel so good out there. Oh, just hanging out, just enjoying it. It's beautiful, man. This is what it's all about. Ooh, you can just feel it.
I grab my jacket every day because of the air conditioner inside, but to grab it today and actually feel like, I might actually need this today.
Yeah, you're going to need it not just inside, but outside as well. At least for the first little part of the day.
Yeah.
It is absolutely my favorite time of year is when you start to get that little chill in the air and a little crispness in the air. I love it. I love that little. I don't want it to be ice cold, but I love it to be just a little bit chilly, man.
Yep.
And not much humidity in the air. It's just the best. It's just absolutely the best. Welcome in everybody to an all new edition of Sports 56 Mornings. My name is Peter Edmiston, joined by the one and only Anthony Zane.
Thank you, sir.
And Zach Boyd. I'm just kidding. Zach Boyd. Zachary Boyd. It's so close, Zach. So close last night.
Yeah.
How you holding up, Zach?
I'm good, man. I was
should have won that game, frankly.
I was excited, man. I was excited.
Y'all actually looked like the better team last night for most of the game.
Dog.
Yeah. Somehow, I don't know how you lost that game. I think it once again shows you Mike McCarthy is a crap coach, and you got some. I think a crap kicker and crap coach. Basically.
Yeah, the coach was fine. The kicker was on drugs last night. I don't know what was going on with him, man. Coach was fine. The kicker was on drugs, like the first 3 kicks. I'm like, bro, you can't be missing an extra point, man. Like the extra point would have tied the game, and then the 2 field goals would have made it the betting line a touchdown, close to a touchdown game. So, but I'm excited, man. I'm excited. I'm happy for Dak. He came out. He showed out. Told the haters to shut up. Talking about preseason. Talking about need some reps in preseason. Psh, we'll do it. I get these reps in against the defending champs and put up 400 yards and 3 touchdowns on y'all, man. Come on. Stop.
Yeah, it was very good. We'll talk about it when we go and we'll talk. We'll discuss it. We're going to discuss all about this. We're going to discuss what we saw last night, the beginning of the NFL season. Great game. Made greater by the fact that the Cowboys lost. That's fantastic. I appreciate that and love it. So that's a great way to start. It's always my favorite way to start any NFL season is with the Cowboys losing.
Mm-hmm.
So
Why
now
not?
you can now really feels like
it's official.
it's in the official NFL season is when the Cowboys
Right.
lose. It's like, yep, now it's official. Okay. Whew, all right,
Also,
now
shout out
we're
to Tampa
finally
Bay
here,
for
baby.
making Dallas put those blue jerseys on.
Yeah.
We talked about
Yeah.
that yesterday, and there, there was the team forcing them to put them on.
Shout out to Tampa Bay for just plain old
Beating
winning
them.
the game.
Yeah.
Even though they lost, even though they had 4 turnovers and looked pretty iffy at times out there, just kind of goofing around. Didn't matter because the Cowboys are the Cowboys, and they just kind of get right back into it.
Mm-hmm. Tampa Bay also
I'm
blew my.
so excited.
Tampa Bay blew my parlay too, but I mean that's fine. What's $10 to a baller, you know?
Mike McCarthy, I love the fact that he loves to settle for field goal, especially now that he's got a terrible field goal kicker. That's going to be exciting all year long. I look forward to that. I mean, just great stuff. Great stuff all the way around. We're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about college football with our friend Adam Kramer coming up at 8 o'clock. We're going to talk about all things preps and other stuff with Kari Thompson of the Commercial Appeal, who joins us at 9 o'clock every Friday, and it is Friday, so that's exactly what's going to happen. Now, if you want to join us and if you want to get in on the Cowboy bashing, please, I encourage you to do that. Don't send us any Cowboy love. I got enough of that from Zach. We don't need.
We're good on that.
Let's only the garbage.
Abundance
please. Yeah, it is in abundance. Thank you. So please go ahead and text that into us at 360-8255, 901-360-8255. The AutoZone text lines are open. The AutoZone phone lines are open. If you want to talk Cowboys, do it with Zach. Just call in and he'll talk Cowboys with you, and that'll be fun for you guys to hash it out right there.
Can we talk?
I only talk about winning teams. I don't want to talk about the losing teams like that. It's a bunch of losers. I don't need to get that kind of energy in my life. And then we're going to talk about Anthony Sane, because look at Anthony Sane. Anthony Sane, you are going to be suited and booted, ready to roll, casket clean, as they like to say.
I'm fresh out the barber chair right now, man. Like I'm talking about, like I literally got the barber chair at 6:55. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Hey, look at that. Look,
man, I'm talking about that boy, man. What you talking about?
Look at that. I mean,
what you talking about?
That is as good as it gets right there.
Hold on, let me go and go 360 all the way around.
Oh, let me see. Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Y'all want to play with me like I don't do this. You know what I'm saying?
Man, look at that. I mean, that guy is.
I'm less than 10 minutes out the barber chair for sure, for real. Nah, 15.
That is slick.
I'm
that
in
is
there.
Slick.
In there. Look at the beard.
Hey man, you got it's all the beard looking good. The hair is like, I mean, like you got it like nicely. I mean, it's man, it's a good looking cut, man.
Hey, if you're going to the coaches banquet for the Southern Heritage Classic, leave your woman at the house, man. I'm just letting you know it's gonna be an issue. Just leave her at the house, man. For real, that's all I advise for you. Leave her at the house.
Between Sane and Coach Prime, I mean, who knows what's gonna happen out there?
It's gonna be a real situation. They ain't gonna know who I am. They gonna think I'm somebody though. They're like, dude, gotta be man, assistant coach or man, AD or something. Dude, somebody up in here for sure.
And you are somebody.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to the banquet right after the show is over. Heading over to the coaches banquet for the
We're going to the game
Classic.
too.
And the game, of course, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be, it's going to be, man.
Can I read some text from yesterday?
Well, let me just say this, because I'm gonna be me and Rob Fisher will be at the Memphis 901 FC match against the Miami FC. So, but I'm bummed out because this would have been the year. I would have loved. I want to see what it looks like.
Classic gonna be crazy.
Well, I want to see. But number one, I want to see the classic. I want to see what it looks like. Number two, I want to see the interaction between Anthony Sane and Memphis media, and I want to see the HBCU media with the.
Oh, I got a regular seat though, so I ain't sitting in the.
Do you have a? Can you get a pass? Do me a favor, please. Talk to your hookup there. Get you a pass and just go. You don't have to do it the whole time, but just go kind of take a glance. Just give me like a. I need the inside view of what it's like. I need to see what's going on. I need to see the interactions. I need to see some of the shenanigans. I need to see it.
I might get her to walk me around.
Please do.
But she's not. I'm not sure she has anything to do with it though. I'll see. I don't know why I didn't just apply for a media credential.
I don't either, but because not that you have to use it, but you could use it. Just go kind of wander around a little
Yeah.
bit.
Mm-hmm. I wonder is it too late for that? Probably.
It ain't too late for somebody like yourself. It might be too late for a regular person, but I don't think it's too late.
But you know what though, bro? When it comes out to the classic, I don't feel like dealing with these dudes, man. I don't feel like being fake chummy.
Listen, I know,
guys.
but I'm just saying, man. I want to see.
You need to see how guys are going to react.
I want to see. I want to see what happens. I'm very intrigued by what happens.
Because it ain't your normal football game at all. And
Hey, you think? Mike Wallace is probably going to get.
Mike is going to be there for sure.
Media. I mean, I know he's going to be there, but I'm saying he's probably going to get a media credential.
He probably will.
I got to get the inside scoop from Mike.
Him and CJ are doing something. Him and CJ Hurt are doing some type of.
I hope so because they're repping the HBCUs around here. Absolutely. And Kari, where's Kari? Is Kari going to be in the house?
He probably won't. There's probably too many Negroes out there for Kari. Wait, these are actual black people? Oh no, I'm not black. No, I'm joking. Kari went to HBCU, so surely he's.
Kari went to an HBCU, so I mean, I think he probably knows what it's like to be surrounded by black people. Although he did grow up in Boston, so it kind of balances each other out. Honestly, it's kind of a two sides of the same coin.
He went to who? Yeah, he's from Boston. Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Boston, so that kind of they're one side super black positivity, everything's cool. The other side, we tend to not like black people. So,
But yeah,
tough,
when he found out he was going to
that.
HBCU, he probably thought the B stood for Boston. It was like had the biggest culture shock in the world. He said, "Oh my God."
I'm going to historically Boston University. Oh, it's great. I love it. What?
Going to the harbors of Boston Chowder University. They walked in like, oh, crap.
Oh, no. I made a terrible mistake. Oh, Hampton is wow. I thought it was Southampton, the port right there. It was beautiful. Oh, God, why? I thought we were going to the Hamptons. And New York is beautiful in Long Island. Oh, Lord, it's too late. Oh, man. Well, nonetheless, yes, indeed. Please feel free to jump in on some of those texts on the AutoZone text line from yesterday because sometimes they're a lot of fun. We like to do this sometimes, just kind of see what the other shows, try to figure out what the other shows were talking about.
Yeah.
What you got? You said you had one.
What? Oh, I'm still waking up, bro. I had got up insanely early to get a haircut.
Anthony insanely early.
Exactly. I got a text. This happened during Johnny's show, I guess. It says Trump 74 biggest idiot Democrats ever nominated 78. No clue what that means. Is that a score or something?
I believe that's going to be age.
Age, okay. Who is that?
I believe that's age.
Who got? Oh, Biden. He's saying Biden is 78 years old.
So that's the BIDEN, biggest idiot Democrats ever nominated. See, it's like an acronym.
Oh, look at that.
Clever. Mm-hmm.
All right.
That's the kind of cleverness that you got
Salute.
going right there in the old big time.
So Biden is 4 years older than Trump?
Apparently.
All right.
I mean, again, why are we letting our country be run by a bunch of old people?
I don't know. That is something to think about.
It's called gerontocracy is what it's called. It's not good. You don't want to look that word up. That's a good one.
Like Jaren Jackson Jr.?
No. That's Memphis. Memphis is a gerontocracy. This is a gerontocracy. This is a government run by old people.
Jerron Johnson.
DeAndre.
Yeah. Well, that now Memphis that is an old person for sure on the team.
DeAndre Williams.
Yeah.
DeAndre
Trump 74, Biden 78, DeAndre Williams
80.
82. All right. So anyway,
got one more.
Okay.
Also doing Harden show. What in the world was Harden talking about? Because these texts came back to back.
Listen, you all, hey, you all know about this. You know Harden.
Oh, shout out to Harden. Harden was at Gabe's yellow belt ceremony yesterday too. Shout out to my boy Harden. Gabe loves John Harden to death. So,
Well, that's nice, man.
yeah. Virus
In
is all
spite of
around
in
us.
spite of so many things, John Harden.
Kids like
is
him.
kids love him.
Peter Pan
Women
himself,
love him.
Jordan.
Women
Yeah.
love him.
Women
Even
love
though
him.
they,
Kids
they,
love
they
him,
really
yeah.
should not. There's no. It's probably not a good idea. But the man has got a. You cannot deny that he's got a charisma that is something. I love John. I even though I generally disagree with him and
Everything.
have so few things in common with him, and yet I can't help but like the guy.
You can't. He's one of them dudes you just got to like.
He's gregarious, I would
Yep.
say. All right, so yes, you. What was this text?
Text says viruses are all around us. Every day. Every year. The body is made to fight disease by design. You might want to check the scoreboard, sir. This virus is a little different than your mother's viruses growing up as a kid.
I never understood. I don't understand this whole philosophy of like what these people are talking about. I don't get that at all. The body is made to. Yeah, the body is made to do that, and the body is also not made to fight lots of certain things. It doesn't. It's not just made to fight everything.
This virus is doing things that
You remember
it's going wild out here, man.
the indigenous peoples here in North and Central America had their bodies were bodies, and then the Europeans brought smallpox over, and it was game set match. They were
It was over.
It was over.
Yeah, you lose.
Their bodies were not ready for that. Your body's not just naturally going to kill everything. Your body can kill some stuff, but it has to learn how to kill things. That's the whole point. That's what the vaccines do. I don't want to get into all this stuff, but that's what the vaccines do. Just they help your body learn what to fight and how to fight it, and it gives you a huge advantage when you face it. So it's like reading a playbook, like for having the play sheet of the virus. If you want to use a sports terminology, it's learning the its tricks so that you can stop it from doing what it wants to do. That's all it is. It's nothing. There's nothing. It's so idiotic. I want to give a big shout out to the Biden administration for finally pushing for vaccine mandates amongst larger businesses and that kind of thing, and that's big, and it's about time.
Yeah, it's surely coming though. Like I don't know why people don't think that's not coming. Like for sure.
I love and appreciate them doing that because and there's so many. There's about apparently Anthony's saying based on what we're seeing. Because I mean, again, I don't know what we're all dealing with here, but there were 1,295 new COVID cases on Wednesday, the single highest case number of the entire pandemic. We are still very much in the midst of all this stuff. We can make an enormous difference. You can see the enormous difference made state to state amongst the states that have, gotten highly vaccinated versus the ones that don't. There's tons of data. It's now officially approved by the FDA. So I love the fact that now it's going to be a mandate. It's a mandate that it has to be followed. It's just like it's just that simple. Like it's something that you can do you can do for free, that you can do that's going to help yourself and help the people around you and help all of us to cut this thing off. And if you choose not to do it, then you're going to have to deal with the consequences of that. There have to be legitimate consequences now for that. It's not about there's not a viable reason why you wouldn't do that at this point. So I love that. I'm excited, and then apparently based on what we've seen so far, there's about to be a glut of jobs that are going to open up for people that are just sensible people.
Man, I'm thinking about being a whole doctor out here, man.
I mean, yeah, because
I'm thinking I can really reach for the stars right now because everybody's saying they're about to quit their job because I'm like, man,
yeah, you're about to quit their job. I mean, now you're about to jump in there. Yeah, you want to be a banker, you want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer. You can
there's about to be some big boy jobs coming up.
There's going to be some. You want to be a
like I like doing radio, but crap, man. You know what I mean? Like, come on now. Mm-hmm. This job.
I like what the infectious disease specialist at Vanderbilt, Dr. William Schaffner, said. We live together as a society and have given up our own personal inclinations and liberties to do whatever we feel like under certain circumstances. Otherwise, we couldn't live together. So you have to sometimes give up your own personal liberties in order to do that. He says a very common one. Now listen to this, Anthony saying, and listen to this out there. He says a very common one that we have all the time is every time we get in a car. Every time we come to an intersection, if the traffic light says green, we continue to drive. But if it says red, I don't care if I'm in a big hurry or I just want to do it, we stop. If we drive on the red, that's our own personal decision, and it puts us at risk, but it also puts everybody else at risk at the same time. Not being vaccinated is like driving on the red. It's not just about you. And we've all seen those drivers out there who they just kind of do whatever. Like they don't care that there's that there's like rules and stuff. They just drive on the shoulder, I've seen some crazy stuff happen. You run red lights, turn whenever, turn from the middle lane. Like that's the same thing, man. Just have some consideration for your fellow man, even if not for yourself.
Well, Peter, the vaccine is definitely an advance in technology. I know we're up against the break. I'm going to tell you about an advance in technology that I'm excited about as well. You know what I did yesterday? Like when I got back from Gabe getting his yellow belt.
What's that?
Radar Superstar said that guy stole his analogy. He said he's been saying it. I love Radar Superstar too. But you know what, bro? It used to be a time where like when the video game came out, NBA 2K came out yesterday, right? Officially came out, right? Mm-hmm. And I'm used to standing in a line at a store at 11 o'clock, getting the midnight release or whatever, and doing all that. Like I was able to like go on my PlayStation. I know I'm behind. I don't really play the game too much. I was able to go on my PlayStation, buy the game a couple days ago online. It pre-downloaded. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. So, if you buy a disc, it's like hours before you can actually play the game because it's got to upload from the disc to the game. I downloaded the game a couple days ago. It pre-downloaded, and it told me you have like 48 hours or 23 hours where you can play it or whatever it said. And at 11 o'clock last night, the game is ready to go. I cut it on, played it. Your 2021-22 Memphis Grizzlies loaded up on there. And I played the game at first, and the rosters were wrong. Then in the middle of the game, it gave me an update saying, hey, you need to update your game. So I stopped the game in the middle of the game, started back over again. The rosters are totally fixed. I'm like, look at this. Technology, man.
That is amazing.
You tell me you don't trust a vaccine?
I know.
It had nothing to do with nothing. But, yeah.
How is 2K?
It's 2K. You know how that goes. But I'm really big into like, I play like a lot. I don't do the my career and all that type of stuff. I like playing the my league stuff. I like getting the team and like building them over the years and trading, drafting, all those type of things. So that's the way I play it. So I get my rosters and like in-depth customize them, like the way that they really should be. I make the guys play like they're supposed to play, or how I would like for them to play, according to my style of play or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I like it. I look forward to hearing about it. I look forward to getting the picks of my presence in the game. Look forward to it.
Yeah, I gotta look for you. Hey man, we gotta figure out how to get me in 23 though, man. That's gotta happen.
I'll make a few phone calls.
Do that, man.
I'll do what I can do.
Do
what I can do. All right, we'll come back. We'll talk about last night a little bit and what happened with the Cowboys, and we'll all just bask in the glow of a Cowboy loss. It makes people very excited. Also, shout out to our buddy Scotty, who's on the road to Kentucky. He says for Inkfest's first event, and he's been vaccinated. We appreciate that, and so shout out to you, Scotty. I hope you have fun doing your thing up there. We'll come back. Hour number one, just getting started here. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56, 98.5.
Sports Time with Wallo and Stats. Weekday afternoons from 3 to 6 on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
They've raised the bar again at Homer Skelton Hyundai and Genesis of Olive Branch. I like to say this is the new standard, the way car business should be done. And to prove it, out of 355 dealers in America that sell Genesis cars, the one in Olive Branch, Genesis of Olive Branch, was top 50 in the country, top 10 in the region, and number 2 in the district. And guess what? They want to be number 1. That means there are opportunities out there for you. It's the safest, and every new latest bit of technology that makes the experience of driving a car better, they've got it at Genesis of Olive Branch. If we start with the G70, the highest performing car I've ever owned, all the way to the G80 or the G90, the biggest of the sedans, you'll love everything about the car. If you would like to try the new SUV, the GV80, you call Vinny Gerard at 662-890-6684. He will bring it out to you.
Hi, this is John Conway with Conway Services. When was the last time you had your air conditioning system tuned up? What about your heating system safety check? Good news, you can get them both at the same time this month. Call Conway Services for our 16-point Energy Saver Super Tune-Up on your air conditioning system for only $69. We'll remove years of dirt, grime, and leaves from your air conditioning system. It's like taking your air conditioner to a car wash, all for only $69. And we'll include a heating system safety check at no charge. That's right, Conway Services 16-point Energy Saver Super Tune-Up on your air conditioning system, and we'll include a heating system safety check at no charge, making sure you're ready for those cold winter nights. And if that's not enough, we'll include a carbon monoxide test, all for only $69. So call Conway Services, the Mid-South's premier heating, cooling, plumbing, electric service company this week, and we'll perform your super tune-up for only $57 with a free heating system safety check.
Call 384-3511. Conway Services. Call Conway today.
Say there was a place, the perfect place for everything you need for tailgates and patios. Grills and chairs, charcoal and coolers. Everything to make a great game or a great day. That perfect place wouldn't be a warehouse. It's East Memphis Ace Hardware. Locally owned and operated at Quince and White Station, East Memphis Ace Hardware is where you'll find Benjamin Moore paints, local plants from local growers, and Black & Decker tools. Around the block, what you need in stock with people who know their tailgates. Welcome to East Memphis Ace Hardware, the home convenience store.
It's hot outside and your air conditioner just quit. Quick, who do you call? Automatic Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing, of course, with 24-hour emergency service available. Automatic understands your house is unique, so they work fast to find the right solution for your family's comfort and budget needs. And with financing available and payments as low as $75 a month, it's never been easier to make your home comfortable. Call 363-4636 or go online to itsautomatic.com. Turn to the experts at Automatic Air Conditioning, Heating, and Plumbing.
Whether it's football, basketball, baseball, golf, or real estate, having the winning coach makes all the difference in your success. This is Sheldon Rosengarten with Marks Bensdorf Realtors, and I'm with Coach Terry Tippett, winner of 6 state basketball championships. Coach, what's been the secret to your and your team's successes?
Sheldon, there's no one secret. It becomes a pattern of success after coaching for so many years and learning the ins and outs of the game and the players, a lot like the pattern of your success in selling homes.
Thanks, Coach. Like you and your program, I developed my highly successful strategic marketing program with the Shellbucks option, and I also tried to use it in my golf game.
Sheldon, tried is the optimum word. You better stick to selling homes, as you're always hitting holes in one at that, instead of double bogeys.
Thanks a lot. And if anyone is thinking of selling their home, make sure and talk to 2 to 3 coaches. I mean real estate brokers. Let me be one of them. You can reach me at 682-1868 or memphisrelocate.com. That's 682-1868 or memphisrelocate.com and be a winner.
Taqueria Express has a new location at 6290 Winchester with family deals every day. Mouth-watering chicken tacos, only 99 cents. 3 tacos with rice, beans, and fresh guacamole, only $6. And incredible signature dishes with chicken or beef chimichangas and homemade tortillas stuffed with fresh beans, rice, and cheese on top. If you're hungry, try Taqueria Express's gigantic Macho Burrito. Homemade with fresh flour tortilla, and you choose beef, chicken, pork, or shrimp. Includes beans, rice, melted cheese, lettuce, tomato, and sour cream. Fajita fans try Taqueria's delicious chicken or steak fajitas. Big enough for 2 people and only $10. If you're thirsty and want something unique, then try Taqueria drinks made from scratch, like melon and pineapple. Margaritas are buy one, get one free, and they got a little kick to them. For real Mexican food, Taqueria Express, 6290 Winchester. We'll see you guys there, and don't forget the strong margaritas. Buy one, get one free.
Sports 56 traffic.
We're working a disabled vehicle blocking the right shoulder on 3rd Street south of the I-55. South of I-55 on the exit ramp. That's 3rd Street south of I-55 on the exit ramp is on the right shoulder. Working an accident on Highway 64 at I-40. And then also we working accident on Bill Morris Parkway eastbound at Riverdale Road. Both shoulders are currently blocked. That's Bill Morris Parkway eastbound at Riverdale Road. Both shoulders are blocked. Keep it right here. This is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
When I came home last night, you wouldn't make love to me. You went fast asleep.
Oh,
you
yeah.
wouldn't even talk to me. You say I'm so crazy.
Had a little donut delivery on the break.
Coming home intoxicated.
See that? Look at
I
that.
said, just wanna love you.
Yeah, donut delivery.
You be having all kinds of time.
Appreciate that. Shout out to the carpool and the kiddos. My buddy Josh dropping off some donuts. Appreciate that. Thank you. Very, very kind. Here in the Family Leisure Studios. That's all right. You don't. You're about to have some much better food here.
All right, I'm about to ball out.
Yeah. Oh, banquets. I just generally I don't. That's not about the food. Generally, that's like chicken with like some dry chicken with like. No. I hope it's better. I'm
hoping for a T-bone steak, cheese, eggs, and Welch's is great.
Conversate for a few.
Yep. Because in a few,
you gonna do what you came to do.
Yep.
Ain't that right?
True.
Oh, R.I.P. B.I.G. All right, in the Family Leisure Studios here, let's talk about those Cowboys. They lost. Oh boy, that's good. Love that. Love when that happens. Last night, I do have to admit that Dak Prescott looked extremely good.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Very, very, very impressed with his performance. If he performs like that, the Cowboys are going to win a bunch of games. And frankly, the schedule really opens up for them. At least, you can never really tell for sure with a schedule, but at least in terms of like playing playing teams that were in the playoffs last year, they don't face another playoff team
for a while
until the Chiefs, basically, which is right around in the Thanksgiving time of year. So you have an opportunity for them to win a lot of these games, and I suspect that they will do so. 403 yards passing for Dak Prescott, 3 touchdowns, 1 interception. Looked quite good. Amari Cooper, CeeDee Lamb, each with over 100 yards receiving, and each with a touchdown. And Amari Cooper had 2 touchdowns in the game. Didn't really get much done on the ground. It was all about the passing attack from Dallas, just 60 yards on the ground. And Ezekiel Elliott, boy, y'all paid him way too much money. Way too much money.
Admit it,
it's not worth it.
Admit what?
Did y'all overpay for Ezekiel Elliott?
Y'all paid way too much for Zeke.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They should have just franchise tag him and then try to sign him to a 3-year deal instead of a 5-year deal, honestly, in my opinion. But I mean, like last night, like the Bucs are a good run defense. They're like one of the best like last year. So like Zeke wasn't going to get off and like go off, and then on top of that, like Zach Martin wasn't playing either. So it was like you might as well just get in shotgun formation and just start torching up their secondary, because you wasn't gonna run a whole lot on this front. So I kind of had that feeling like Zeke is not gonna go off in this game because they like the penetration was, the Bucs penetration was crazy good. But then you leave in the hands with number 4, man.
Yep, that's what happened, and he was good. He was really good. Tom Brady, fantastic. As you would expect from him, and he and Gronk really had that connection, just kind of that goes on forever, and they have that connection that continues. 2 touchdowns for Gronk, 90 yards receiving, 4 touchdowns for Tom Brady overall, 2 interceptions, but one of them was a Hail Mary at the end of the half. So it doesn't. I would consider
Cool
that really
boy.
one interception.
They can't close.
Yeah, it did.
They can't close, man.
It did. And I agree. It was something that I think Chris Collinsworth was talking about on the broadcast last night. And I agree with him. I feel like there's an official scorer in baseball, and so like if you try to make a play, and they're like if it's a really tough throw, really tough play, and you kind of bobble it a little bit, the official scorer may score a hit rather than an error, even though you may technically bobble it because they had to travel so far to get the ball or whatever. And I think we need an official scorer in some of these other sports too. Like in basketball, some of these turnovers that are credited to certain players and stuff, they aren't really their turnover. Like if, John Morant makes an amazing pass and, somebody's just not ready for it and it goes right past their head, that's technically a turnover on Ja, even though it's really not. He did exactly what he's supposed to do. That shouldn't count for him. Tom Brady shouldn't have an interception. When you throw a Hail Mary at the end of the game, shouldn't count against you like that. I don't or Hail Mary at the end of the half or the end of the game. It shouldn't count against you. Much like here's my other short solution to help the game of basketball just a little bit. Anthony saying, how do you feel about this? Any shot that is taken from the other side of the opponent's half, so the other side of the half court line.
From backcourt.
So on the opponent's side of the court, in the backcourt. Any shot that's taken in the backcourt does not count as an attempt unless you make it.
Why?
Because you see players all the time who refuse to heave the ball at the end of the half because they don't even try it because they know that it's going to count against them. It's going to be an incomplete or it's going to be a missed 3-point shot. And so that messes with their stats. So they wait till the buzzer and then they throw it up. It's stupid. So let's take that out of it because it's barely even an attempt. If it goes in, great, you can get the credit for it, but otherwise it doesn't count as an attempt. And just like a foul, like if you're fouled while you shoot and you make the shot, that counts. But if you miss it, it doesn't count as an attempt because you were fouled. Same kind of thing.
Right.
Like just you take the shot, if you miss it, it doesn't count as an attempt. That alone would make it much more exciting. We'd see a lot more half-court shots. We'd see a lot more full-court shots because guys would try it. Right now, there's no incentive really to try it. It's like a 1% chance you're going to make it, and guys don't want to mess with their stats like that.
I don't know about
you got
that.
A guy that's. I don't know why you don't. You got a guy who's shooting like 12 of 13 for the game, and he's doing great. His stats are great, and he should make the heave. That's you should try a shot. You should. You should never have an opportunity to take a shot and not take it.
It's bad as some of the shots these guys take, like in the front court.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see the point of incentivizing them for taking.
It's not really incentivizing. It's just it's taking away the lack
taking away
of incentive.
the miss. They'll be all right.
Yeah, it's taking away the lack of incentive. Man, you just stick in the mud. You don't improve the game. I got it. That's fine.
Yeah, we need more. We need more.
And if the ball goes through a guy's hands, like if a quarterback throws a ball and it's tipped up because the receiver just misses it and it goes into the opponent's hands, that's not an interception on the quarterback either. That should count as the receiver. There should be a stat called receiver interceptions. If you tip the ball and it goes into somebody else's hands and you messed up, that's on you. That's not on the quarterback. If you don't run your route, I mean, you know what I'm talking about, Zach.
So when
the quarterback gets bailed out.
When does the quarterback get a? You can't hit the quarterback. You can't. You don't want the quarterback to deal with nothing, do you?
Cause see, with that description, like all I could think about was that pass Dak threw CD across the middle, and like that pass, like and typically CD is like very sure-handed, but he had like 4 defenders around him, and the ball just hit off his hands, off his chest, and just went up in the air. So. I mean, I couldn't really blame CD because his life was on the line at that point. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, it's like, man, like I can't I can't give Dak that interception because that was actually a pretty good ball, considering like where those defenders were. So I mean,
see the reason why this is important to me is because I think we have a lot of stats. You know I'm a stats guy, and I'm a numbers guy, and we have a lot of numbers that describe games. But it's important to actually be descriptive of what really happened in the game. You know, if you just look up there and you say, Tom Brady had 2 interceptions, you're like, he was kind of loose with the ball. No, he really only had 1 interception. The other one doesn't even really count. Dak Prescott had an interception. Well, technically, he really even shouldn't have had that one. Like, he was that good with and when these guys are graded by their teams, I promise you those will not be graded as interceptions by their team. When they grade the film, they'll be graded as, whatever. I'm for, and the same thing with basketball. Like, guys who get turnovers on the score sheet and on the box score, when teams go back and watch the game, it's not always considered a turnover when you actually are, because you know that this guy made the right play. I'm all for stats being like authentic and being like representative of what you saw on the field and what you saw in the game, and that's why it matters to me. That's why that stuff, like, I think it's, you have to think beyond just the way we've always done it, because it's not always like it's not always true. And I think I had this conversation with somebody who's in the analytical side of the game of basketball, and I think it's absolutely true. If the box score was different, if we didn't emphasize points, rebounds, and assists as like a triple-double kind of thing, if you measured rebounds not by how many individual rebounds you got, but, box outs, how many rebounds did your team get while you were on the floor? If you measured not assists, but if you measured key passes, whether or not the shot went in, just what kind of passes did you make, then it would change the way the game was played. It wouldn't just change the way the game was scored. It would change the way the game's played. Because guys all of a sudden wouldn't go headhunting for these rebounds. They wouldn't do the Rajon Rondo style, I'm going to only pass to you if I know it's going to be an assist kind of thing. Like, I'm not going to pass to you and then you pass to somebody else and I don't get any credit for that. If we found a way to score the game better, I think guys would play the game better.
That sounds like NBA 2K. When you get the what's it called? The little
the little badges and stuff.
No, when they give you, when you get the you get the grade at the end of the game, and it's based on like all kind of stuff.
Oh, your teammate grade?
Yeah, something like that.
That's how coaches and teams do it in real life. I mean, that's why you get your grade at the end of the game, regardless of what the stats are. That doesn't really deflections. There's other things like that. But we don't keep track of those on a box score. What we keep track of in the box score is, shot attempts, rebounds, assists, etc. And that's not always reflective of the way the game is. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I just want to see, like, I just want to see it more accurate to like what you actually see and what you actually deal with, on the field and on the court. So last night, both those guys were credited with interceptions that really they shouldn't have been credited with. And at the end of the game, man, you go back and look, and the Cowboys should have won this game. I mean, you miss, 3 field goals that were eminently makeable. The 60-yard. The 60-yard, that was kind of crazy. But, but I mean, the 31-yarder, you miss an extra point. It's just.
That was ball game right there.
And, Greg Zuerlein is he's been around the block. Like, that dude's he's made some key kicks. Greg the leg, like he's got one of the strongest legs in the business, and he absolutely nailed that one that gave them the lead at the end of the game. I mean, that was a perfect kick. Right. That thing was right down the middle.
So
it's very weird.
So the crazy thing about it is that this man had back surgery over the offseason. And so this is actually his second game, because he played in a preseason game. So this is actually his second game playing from his back surgery. Because when that first one came off his foot, I was like, I do not want another Brett Maher situation from last year, man. Like, golly, it just looks so bad. So hopefully he can just work his way into it. But man, like at some point, I was like, man, like if it's like 4th and 5, 4th and 7. Like, man, I don't lead this offense back on the field, man. like lead this offense back on the field. But yeah, like that's 6 to 3 points that he left on the board, 4 points. So
he left 4 points on the board, and 7 if you count the 60-yarder, which that's a little bit harsh to count that one. But certainly the much shorter one and the extra point, that's 4 points. That changes the game right there. That would obviously would have given Dallas the win, but it would have changed the end of game scenario and all those other scenarios throughout the game. It just would have made it a lot more challenging for the Bucs. Of course, that being said, I mean, you can look at the fumbles. That fumble from Godwin late in the game. Ronald Jones
my God!
I mean, terrible. Some really terrible stuff from Tampa Bay too. So I don't know, man. It was a sloppy game. It was a very sloppy game for an NFL game. It was very entertaining.
It was
had a little bit of a college feel to it because it was a little bit up and down. Some weird decisions, some bad kicking, some bad turnovers, bad coaching. It felt like college. It was that's the highest compliment I can give an NFL game.
I lost my mind when Chris Godwin fumbled that ball in the end zone.
I'm sure you did. I couldn't help but think about you. I was
because in my mind I'm thinking to myself man, the defense need to get a stop, and the Patriots are just dumping it down, just getting the first down pretty much on every single drive. And I'm like, golly, man, can we just get a stop, hold it to a field goal so we can just go down, score 7, win this game? And then I was in the middle of cleaning and he fumbled. I stopped everything, and I was like, look, I can't touch a bag. I can't move not one item. I can't do nothing. I need to see this game on out, because this man that. I thought after that turnover, I thought the Cowboys were going to win that game, because I was like, that's it right there.
Yep, it felt like it.
That's it right there.
It felt like
it. Zach, do you? Go ahead, bro. I can
No, you got it. No, you got it. No, you got it. Go ahead.
No, it's no, seriously.
You sure? You can.
No, it's something we can talk about. It can be a little mini segment. So.
Let's
hold
do
on
it after the break. We'll come back in Family Leisure Studios, Real Sports Talk Sports 56 98.5.
You have opinions?
What do you hear? What do you say?
We want to hear them. Call or text us on the AutoZone listener line at 360-8255. That's the AutoZone listener line at 901-360-8255.
Get in the zone, AutoZone. Mount Moriah Auto Sales. What sets them apart? Great selection, quality, high-end to low-end cars, and low mileage. Mount Moriah Auto Sales is under new management. Ask for Emmett or Steven. Check out their great selection of cars or trucks. Choose from Dodges, Jeeps, Fords, GMCs, Infinitis, Porsches, Range Rovers, Lexus, Mercedes, BMWs, even Bentleys. Mount Moriah Auto Sales also has a great service department with 12 bays for everything from oil changes to alignment to new tires. Go to MountMoriahAutoSales.com. Pick out your like new car or truck today. Mount Moriah Auto Sales, right on the corner and right on the price.
Tee it up at Edwin Watts Golf Shops for the tailor-made fitting event happening September 6th through the 12th, featuring the new P790 irons with speed foam air technology and tungsten weighting to give you more distance, and the new MG3 wedges, now with raised micro ribs positioned between the grooves. Go to worldwidegolfshops.com and register to get a free custom fitting. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee.
Have you wanted to speak a new language but thought it'd be too difficult or take too much time? Then try Babbel. In just 15 minutes a day, Babbel teaches you conversations that you will actually use. With 14 languages and lesson topics like travel, business, relationships, and more, you'll learn what matters most to you. Babbel. Language for life. Learn a new language with ease. Go to Babbel.com to try for free. That's BABBEL.com.
Hey, Memphis, thinking about buying a truck or SUV? Then come to the Sunrise Truck Corral. Want a red truck, black truck, white truck? How about a blue truck? Black wheels, chrome wheels. Come to the Sunrise Truck Corral. Two-wheel drive, four-wheel drive, extended cab, crew cab. Want a lifted truck? Come to the Sunrise Truck Corral. Want a diesel? How about a gas engine? Ford, Dodge, Chevy, Jeep, GMC, Toyota. We got them all at the Sunrise Truck Corral, the only dedicated truck lot in Memphis. Can't find a truck you like? Call, click, or come in. We'll find you the dream truck. Sunrise Truck Corral, Old Hummer Building on Highway 64 in Bartlett. We make it fun to buy a truck.
Hi, I'm Tito Beverage, founder and master distiller at Tito's Handmade Vodka. In 1997, I started the first micro distillery in the state of Texas with my dog, Dog Joe, at my side. We're still working with dogs out at the distillery after all these years. Learn more about how dogs are a part of life here at Tito's Handmade Vodka at vodkafordogpeople.com. Tito's handmade vodka is made from corn and naturally gluten-free. Cheers. 80 proof Tito's handmade vodka, distilled and bottled in Austin, Texas. Tito'sVodka.com.
Hi, everyone. This is Greg Gaston for FanDuel. The NFL is back, and FanDuel Sportsbook is celebrating with 40-1 odds on any Week 1 game. Who doesn't want to win $200 on a $5 bet? New customers get 40-1 odds when you place your first bet. FanDuel is sports betting made simple. Plus, when you win, you'll get paid in as little as 24 hours. See for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. Just sign it with promo code GASMAN, and you can win $200 on a $5 bet. Exclusively on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. You must be 21 or over and present in Tennessee. New users only. $10 first deposit is required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max bonus $200. Bonus for Tennessee users fulfilled in site credit within 72 hours. Tennessee site credit expires 14 days after receipt. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Restrictions do apply. Gambling problem? Call Tennessee Redline at 1-800-889-9789.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
To my surprise, listen, 100 stories high. People getting loose, y'all.
Yeah.
Getting down.
Anthony Sane.
Yes, sir.
It's Anthony Sane mini segment time.
Yeah, I like to steal these last segment of the hour.
You do. You love to do it. You
I
love
love
to do
just
that. The
hijack
last
these.
segment.
I don't care. I'm taking. All right, Zach. We talked.
It's not really
earlier about-
hijacking when you ask me.
Yeah, I don't know. Just
you're very kind about it. Yeah, you're very kind about it.
All right, so Zach, we talked about how Cowboys don't play another playoff team until they play the Kansas City Chiefs on November the 21st, and we talked about should Cowboy fans have expectations that they could probably have a good season. You know what I mean? Like with the teams they have. Let's go more in depth, and I'm gonna yell out the teams, and you just kind of tell me what you think as our resident Cowboy fan on the show.
Like on their schedule, or
yeah, I'm just gonna go through the schedule because sometimes stuff is out of context. Like it's more than just teams that aren't playoff teams. You also got conference games and teams that you know very well, and teams that barely miss the playoffs, and or because of injury or things like that. So I'm just gonna go through. I'm gonna say all the games, and then you just tell me what you think.
Okay.
All right, you got. We're not gonna do them one at a time. I'm gonna give you all the teams. You just tell me at the end. 19th Cowboys at Chargers. 27th of September. Eagles at Cowboys. October 3rd. Panthers at Cowboys. October 10th. Giants at Cowboys. October 17th. Cowboys at Patriots. October 31st. Cowboys at Vikings. November 7th. Broncos at Cowboys. And November 14th, Falcons at Cowboys. And the last game, of course, is the next game, of course, is against the Chiefs, which is their next playoff team. What do you think with their rundown of team?
Yeah, I got 5 wins.
5 out of how many?
Well, that's 7 games, right?
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. It's 8.
8 games?
Yeah.
I got
5 and 3.
Yeah. The 3.
So you think y'all gonna be 5 and 4?
Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Huh? Wait, huh? Maybe I counted wrong.
5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, it's 8 games.
That's 4, 5, 6. No, excuse me.
Classic
that's 6.
Cowboy fan having trouble counting.
Because I didn't count the Chargers game. I skipped over it. Yeah, so I got 6 wins.
So you think I'll be 6 and 3?
I hope so. I really do. I think the New England Minnesota games, those 2 on the road, I think those are like the really tough ones.
The thing is, Kirk Cousins will be playing because he's going to be probably COVID protocol.
Please let Kellen Mond play that game, man. Please let him play. I think for the Cowboys because by the time week 5 or 6 rolls around, they should be pretty much healthy. Because they still missing a couple of their starters along the offense and defensive side of the ball. And then hopefully a rookie can just take Anthony Brown's spot so you don't have to see him out on the field again, man.
Getting toe up.
Oh, God. He get burned on a double move, my dude. It's a go route, man. But I think defensively, last night's game, because all I've been hearing, for 2 weeks leading up to this game is, can the Cowboys offense line hold up against Tampa Bay vaunted pass rush? And they only gave up 1 sack, so they'll be fine.
Yeah, but man, Vita Vea was just.
Oh, he's a menace, dog. He's a menace. Like there's not too many one techs that can move that quickly and have that much power.
That play in the fourth quarter when he just blasted through. I mean, just took your boy back right into Dak, and not, almost. Man. I mean, got was like a one-handed sack with it. That dude is a monster, man.
It is unfair because he picked on the most least experienced offensive lineman for the Cowboys in our center. So like, I mean, it is what it is. Like Tyler.
Hey, level up a little bit.
He got to level up a little bit. But I love Tyler, a little bit. Man.
Come on.
I love my O-line. I love my O-line. But I think they'll be fine. Like, it's just what you're getting out of your secondary each week. But I think the team will be fine. It's just some of these bigger games like the Patriots and the Vikings game like that. Those are like the only 2 games that kind of worries me the most. But other than that, about 6 wins in that stretch. Like I'll be happy with that.
Well, hour number 2 is on the way. We're going to talk to our good friend Adam Kramer about a whole bunch of stuff. We got tons of college football to get to. We'll do that next with Adam Kramer. Stick around.
They've raised the bar again at Homer Skelton Hyundai and Genesis of Olive Branch. I like to say this is the new standard, the way car business should be done. And to prove it, out of 355 dealers in America that sell Genesis cars, the one in Olive Branch, Genesis of Olive Branch, was top 50 in the country, top 10 in the region, and number 2 in the district. And guess what? They want to be number 1. That means there are opportunities out there for you. It's the safest and every new latest bit of technology that makes the experience of driving a car better. They've got it at Genesis of Olive Branch. If we start with the G70, the highest performing car I've ever owned, all the way to the G80 or the G90, the biggest of the sedans, you'll love everything about the car. If you would like to try the new SUV, the GV80, you call Vinny Gerard at 662-890-6684. He will bring it out to you.
Hey, if you're hungry for great Mexican food for breakfast, lunch, or dinner, got it. La Guadalupana. Guadalupana. Choose from tacos, burritos, enchiladas, sizzling shrimp, beef, or chicken fajitas, and even a Cuban sandwich filled with Mexican sauces, chicken, ham, steak, jalapenos, avocado, and more. How about super nachos topped with melted cheese, beans, sour cream, guacamole, tomato, and jalapenos? All great with nice cold beer, domestic and imported. Good prices, generous portions, great service at 2 locations, Summer Avenue and Cordova Road. La Guadalupana.
It's finally time to get out of the house. So make sure you stop by Family Leisure with great prices on in-stock and incoming products. Keep the kids active with play gyms, in stock, ready for delivery. And by the way, installation from the pros, I always recommend that. Markdowns on remaining game room products and those beautiful massage chairs. And the hot tubs, they're going fast. Get out of the house and get to Family Leisure. Wooden Road and I-40, where family and fun come together.
The moment you fire up a Gator UTV, the engine has your full attention. The completed job is on the horizon, and the trail meets its match. Just like that, you made short work of a long to-do list. Run with us on a John Deere Gator UTV. With effortless 4-wheel drive at the flip of a switch and our smoothest shifting transmission yet. Nothing runs like a Deere. Search John Deere Gator for more.
Need to sell your home? You're in luck because I buy houses. All you have to do is call Bill at 901-406-1101. That's 901-406-1101. Grab that PIN, 901-406-1101, or just save it in your phone. Bill at I Buy Houses. I Buy Houses buys houses in any area, in any condition, at any time, as simple as that. I Buy Houses is guaranteed to close in 5 days. So if you need your cash fast, just call Bill at I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101. Has your house been on the market? Were you just tired of renters? Or is it just time to start over? Well, avoid repairing, cleaning, painting, and prepping your house. Just pick up the phone and call Bill at 901-406-1101. That's Bill at I Buy Houses. If you're in Southwind, South Memphis, North Mississippi, North Memphis, Collierville, if you can hear this, just call my friend Bill at I Buy Houses, 901-406-1101.
Listen Sundays at 11 a.m. to join Idlewild Presbyterian Church for worship. Idlewild is a PCUSA church located in Midtown Memphis.
Ole Miss Rebel Yell is back. The Rebel Yell Hotline Radio Show is back on WHBQ Sports 56 and 98.5 FM. Every Monday night at 6, hear the latest news on your Ole Miss Rebels with Yancey Porter with 24/7 Sports, former Ole Miss defensive tackle Mike Fitzsimmons, Gordon Ford covering SEC Sports Call, and former Ole Miss baseball announcer Gary Darby. From kickoff to free throw to extra innings, your Ole Miss sports on the Rebel Yell Hotline Show right here Monday night at 6 on Sports 56, 560 AM and 98.5 FM. Your Mid-South Sports Station.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Sports 56 traffic.
We got a road closure this morning down in DeSoto County, Poplar Corner between Bramble Lane and Black Oak. It will be closed from 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's Poplar Corner between Bramble and Black Oak. It will be closed today from 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. We still working to block shoulders on Billmore's Parkway at Riverdale, and also we're still working an accident on Highway 64 at I-40. Keep it right here. This is your Sports. This is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good. I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Whenever darkness falling, you know the spirit of
Y'all heard there, Zach?
starts to come alive.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Sure.
It couldn't come. It was. Oh man.
Worried about you there, buddy, but okay. All right.
I knew exactly what I was going to say. It just
Did you?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
It was like my lips and my tongue kind of like smushed together as soon as like that happened. It was like
that does happen sometimes. Sometimes you get the
So-
old lips and the tongue just kind of
It's just-
mush together, and you kind of you just kind of yeah. I'm with you. There. Welcome back. It is our number 2, and I am of course Peter Edmiston. He is Anthony Sane. That's Zachary Boyd producing the program. And as we begin hour number 2 here in the Family Leisure Studios on a beautiful day, absolutely beautiful. Weather's gonna be great. Morning was a little chill in the air. Feels like fall. Feels like football, as a matter of fact. And it's about to sound like football because our good friend Adam Kramer joins us now from, of course, most famously, I think, from his epic Twitter account at Kegs and Eggs. Everybody has known and loved Adam Kramer for years. And on top of that, of course, he's president of Incredible Technologies and Golden Tee, among many other things. He's all got a podcast called No Punts Allowed, which is just debuted. Very excited for you for that one. VSiN, Game Day NFL, Bleacher Report. It's all there for you. Adam Kramer, good morning. How are you holding up, my friend?
I'm good. Good to talk to you guys. It was, my alliance is with college football, but I got to say that NFL game was unbelievably good.
I said it felt like a college game, which is the highest compliment I can give an NFL game.
It did. It had some stupidity,
mistakes,
it had
bad
some
kicking.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
It was very.
No, I'm 1-0 in my NFL. I took the points, which frankly was a bit lucky when you consider a lot of the stupidity, and Tampa probably should have won that game more comfortably, as weird as that sounds. But no, fun game, man. Great way to open up that season.
Great way to open up that season. And we open up the college football season with a very predictable performance from Alabama No surprise they're doing what they do. No surprise that Nick Saban has had one of his classic Saban Week 2 rants. But I'm more interested in what happened with Georgia and Clemson. And my question, before we start talking about some picks for this week, I noticed a lot of offenses around the country seem to struggle in Week 1. We didn't have a lot of great offensive performances. We had a few, but we didn't have a lot of them. And Georgia and Clemson was kind of the nadir of the whole thing. It just looked rough. It was a rough outing for the offenses in general. Do you think that is situational? Is that defense is catching up? And specifically from Georgia and Clemson, are you worried about either one of them from an offensive standpoint this year?
So in a lot of the games you speak of, the answer is yes. Rust, getting into the flow of the season. If you think about it, we did not really have true home field advantages for the most part. I mean, the Big Ten didn't have fans last year. Like this has been a minute. So I feel like there's a bit of that. But when I watch like Georgia Clemson, I got different vibes. Now the offenses should have been better, but like you can't not watch that Georgia front seven and just be like in awe. Like that, to me, that was like more so like, wow, Clemson's offense stinks. Trevor Lawrence is gone. DJ is not any good. No, I think he's going to be really good. I think they got a bunch of really good players. I just think that Clemson's or Georgia's defensive front was ridiculous. I mean, ridiculous. That was. I know Alabama's performance was jarring, but that was a pretty staggering showing in the best way imaginable. As for, I guess there's a couple concern points here. JT Daniels may or may not have an injury, depending on where you read, like an oblique injury or whatever. That's sort of the rumor mill. You won't get anything from Georgia. If that's the case, that's a concern. And I guess my concern for Clemson, again, I think DJ is going to be fine. Like the dude threw for 400 yards against Notre Dame. Like we know he's capable of it. I think the offensive line is a bit worrisome when you look at that. So yeah,
are you on the Tony Elliott? Are you on the Tony Elliott hate train? Seemed like a lot of Clemson fans really
I
went
don't
after him.
understand that. He's done a lot of really good things for them. He's also a really nice man, so it's hard to. But the guy has been wonderful at what he does. I mean, they lost Trevor Lawrence and Travis Etienne, and just played maybe the best defense in college football. I'm into overreacting, man. You know that we've done that for years. But I think like deep breaths. Now the problem, though, right? Like you asked about Clemson's offense. The more I thought about this week, I think Clemson is in some trouble here, right? Like this schedule stinks. I mean, it stinks. Yeah. And unless something changes and one of those ACC teams can rip off a bunch of the wins in a row, whether it's Pitt, who I know you're hoping doesn't do that starting this week, look at that schedule and tell me where are they going to impress anybody? Like even a coastal opponent, Miami and North Carolina, didn't exactly dazzle this week. I think that's the biggest problem for Clemson right now.
No. I would agree with you. Before we talk about that matchup, you sort of alluded to Pitt. Not an incredible slate of games in Week 2. Certainly not compared to what we saw in Week 1. But we can still gamble on them. We can still have fun with them, and we'll talk about it. All the discussion and all it's been a heck of a month and a half since Oklahoma and Texas. The news broke that they were leaving the Big 12 to join the SEC, and since then we've had a whole bunch of things go on, and more things happen this week as it will be rubber stamped today that BYU joins 3 teams from the AAC, UCF, Cincinnati, Houston, joining the Big 12 starting likely in the season of 2023. And obviously we can't help but think from a Memphis perspective here, A, it's disappointing, and then B, Mike Oresco's talking about the AAC and expansion and going to get the likes of Coastal and maybe App State, maybe Arkansas State, Army, Boise State, Colorado State, UT San Antonio, UAB. There's a lot of names but none of them are really going to move the needle to any major degree. Were you surprised that Memphis has not even really been in the mix with this Big 12 discussion? And what do you make of the AAC and what they have to do to try to maintain some viability here?
As I've told you guys, I was a little surprised that they were not included. I thought it would have been a perfect geographical expansion. I can't really argue with the teams that they targeted, to be honest, though, either. I just thought that Memphis fits kind of in with what those teams are, right? And I'm not in. I don't fully understand the metrics of geography and television sets and markets and exactly what they're looking for. I understand that this is very strategic and they have an idea of what's going to help them. I mean, BYU, Cincinnati, no brainers, right? So, but yeah, as we've talked for a long time, if you look at just the prolonged football success and prolonged, I guess, football interest, I think Memphis is right there, shoulder to shoulder with the teams that we're talking about over the last 5 to 10 years. I mean, full stop. Now, yes, you have to expand, right? So this is just, it's kind of like it just rolls downstream, the problems. The Big 12, their hearts get broken by Texas and Oklahoma, and then they add these teams, and you say, you know what? That's pretty good. Like, that's my thought, at least. Like, you could have done a lot worse than do this. Now, your conference has taken a hit, but I like the teams you've added. The same thing's going to happen here. I mean, Coastal Carolina, by the way, is like one of the hottest programs in college. But like, they play tonight against Kansas, lay the 25 or whatever the line is now, and they have become, to me, like one of the most intriguing programs. Whether that's sustainable, obviously, that's open for interpretation. There are still some pretty good football programs out there, but it's going to be really difficult to replicate the reputation and perhaps the success. So everybody's just passing along their problems. And that's what's going to continue to happen when they expand and you add numbers and maybe the television revenue takes a hit. And it's unfortunately, it's like a game of hot potato. And that's what's going to happen. It will still survive. It will probably still thrive, but it's going to look a little different. There's no question about it.
Now, you had mentioned the Pitt situation, the Johnny Majors Classic, one of the 11 o'clock games, some intriguing games at the 11 o'clock window that we'll talk about here. And Pittsburgh comes into this game as a 3-point favorite. That line has moved a little bit, but it's been right around 2 or 3 the entire week. I have to say, I don't think that's enough. As much as I wish that I were wrong, based on what Pitt looked like in week 1, based on what Tennessee looked like in week 1, and my lack of faith in Joe Milton, I think Pittsburgh wins this game by 10 points or so. I think this is one of the better bets on the board, actually.
I kind of like the over, right? This is a game that's kind of baffled me.
The numbers moved. That total's moved a lot. That total's moved a lot, by the way. It's moved up.
I know. Well, that's why. And I think there could be points. So here's the problem I have with this game. There's a couple games this week. I don't love the slate of gambling games, by the way, but this is, to me, a contrarian game. And you and we had this one with Virginia Tech UNC last week, too, right? That game stunk. Yep. I feel like this game stinks. Because if you watched Tennessee last week, and we did, and the score was very sad for a while, it's very, very sad, then you're like, there's no way. In the end, this is some non-gambling analysis I'll drop on you. It's still Pitt, okay? They stink, too. That's just the reality. It's Pitt.
Wow,
it's
man.
Pitt.
Ugh.
Now, this is I'm not going to get all must-win coachy on you, but if Tennessee loses this game, it's going to be very sad, right?
It is.
And if you lose somewhat convincingly, it's going to be even more sad. And I'm going to retweet the official football account when they pass along the halftime score. And if it's like 10-3 or 14-3 or whatever, it's going to be sad. I've struggled with this game all week. I think I'm going to go.
The official account is going to be like 1 half still to play, and
yeah.
Got to improve.
yeah. The very sad, like, forced social media intern is like, I did not sign up for this. Why are people threatening me on Twitter? Yes. So I'm going to go Tennessee. I think they're going to adjust. Milton is such an interesting case, man. I still believe there is greatness in there somewhere. I mean, his talent is so physically overwhelming if he can control it. I don't know if he can, but I still think, my goodness, if they can unlock that, I think he can be really, really good, at least in stretches.
I don't know. Are you you keeping an eye on what's happening here? By the way, we got the Southern Heritage Classic. We got Coach Prime, Deion Sanders, and Eddie George going at it. I wish you were down here for that. That's going to be tremendous, man. The entertainment value is going to be excellent.
I just love. I mean, I think you and I have talked about it too in the last year. Like former players with really high reputations that don't need to be doing this, that want to be doing this. And maybe they do it for different reasons. I'm sure that these are two very different personalities. But Eddie George is one of my favorite football players, period, of all time. And I would imagine that's a guy that walks into a room, whether he's recruiting or whatever, and carries an enormous presence. So, yeah, it's fun, man. It's cool to see those guys back in. They are, these are guys that got me into the game, quite honestly. So I'll watch anything they do, whether they're playing or they're coaching.
Well, it's gonna be fun tonight. It's gonna be fun tomorrow night for sure. Oregon, Ohio State, another one of those 11 o'clock games, probably the premier game on the schedule. And two teams that are a little bit hard to decipher based on week one. You have to kind of make some insinuations about what you expect. And, it was Florida State. I mean, is Ohio State first half Ohio State or is it second half Ohio State? Is which C.J. Stroud's going to show up? What's the status of Kayvon Thibodeau for Oregon? What do they look like for real when they make this trip? We've seen this Pac-12 thing not work out so well when they make that trip. What say you?
Yeah, managing variables here is pretty interesting. I like Ohio State. Now, I grabbed them at 13.5 earlier in the week because it jumped up above 14. I still like them at 14.5. I'll play them there. C.J. Stroud, you mentioned it. So, look, first start at Minnesota. Place was nutty, right? It's a weird environment. Place was going crazy. Struggled in the first half. Ohio State's defense didn't play particularly great, and I think that's something to look out for here, although I think the front is going to be excellent. And all of a sudden, the second half, I've got Chris Olave, I've got Garrett Wilson. Those guys are so much fun to watch, and he looked really calm. You know what was most interesting about that, though, is Ryan Day's body language, right? We're talking about a week where Nick Saban is just a fire-breathing dragon, and you knew he would be after they clobbered Miami. And Ryan Day looked very pleasant with the fact that his team got pushed a little bit. Pushed and then ended up winning. And the calmness that he had in his quarterback tells me a lot, right? So to me, you mentioned the injury to Thibodeau was not the only injury they suffered. They got really beat up in that front seven, Oregon. I think Thibodeau's going to play. They're being coy about it. Sounds like he's going to make the trip. I just worry about that offense keeping up, man. I didn't love Oregon coming into the year. I love what they're doing. I think the recruiting is great. I think long-term, the trajectory under Cristobal is good. I think Ohio State's too talented. One thing I'm going to watch, though, was an issue last year, if you remember, and it really was not. Well, it was an issue in the regular season, whether it was Indiana or whoever. That secondary, right? This is an Ohio State team we're kind of used to pumping out really good DBs. They haven't really had that of late, and I think that is something you want to look at because they're going to get a pass rush. You got everything. I think this game could get ugly, quite honestly.
Adam, another big game this weekend is number 10 Iowa taking on number 10 Iowa State. Coach Campbell's done a great job with Iowa State so far. He's yet to beat Iowa. How do you think this game plays out? Do you think it's going to be an upset, or do you think that Iowa State pulls it out?
All right, I got to put the disclaimer on you, right? Because I went to Iowa. I am Iowa through and through, and so take all of this with a grain of salt and just know that I am biased. But for those who do not regularly watch this rivalry, it is weird. Dumb things happen, right? Just last year's game was decided by it was a walk-off punt. Okay, that's how Iowa won. So it is. This is what this game does. This is certainly the most compelling version of this game of my lifetime that I can recall. I think the one thing that stands out, and I like the over in this game, which is unusual for a game like this. It's like a 46, like NFC Easty minus the Dallas Cowboys.
There have been some really ugly Cy-Hawk games. That
gosh, there's some NFL players here. The running backs, Breezy Hall and Tyler Goodson, are excellent. I think the thing for me is the quarterbacks. Petrus, the Iowa quarterback, has looked shaky. I know the score was lopsided, but you look at how he played. He's a big guy with an NFL arm, and we got a long way to go. And Brock Purdy has delivered some of the most hilarious interceptions of the last couple of years that we've seen. So I think turnovers is a big deal. Look, of course, I'm pulling for Iowa, but I got to admit, man, this line scares me as an Iowa fan. Iowa looked great last week against Indiana, minus some quarterback play. Iowa State struggled against Northern Iowa, the team that's given both of these programs fits. I see this line. I think a lot of people are going to jump on Iowa after last week, and that scares me. You know, I'm a contrarian player, so I'll back away from picking a side. But you know, as always, go Hawks.
Well, it's a scary line for that reason, and it's doing the moves that you don't want to see. Where even though the public's loading up on Iowa, it's moving in the other direction, which tells you that the smart money's coming in on the other side of it. So. Yeah, I'm sorry, buddy. It doesn't look good for you. Another rivalry that's certainly a historic rivalry, but one that isn't played as often, or soon enough it will be played every year, pretty much. Texas-Arkansas, back from the old Southwest Conference days, and soon enough in the new SEC days. Mm-hmm. But for right now, this is still a non-conference matchup for the next few years, at least. Texas, I think they passed that first test against a pretty feisty Louisiana squad. Looked pretty good, a little better than I would have expected in that matchup. And Arkansas, after a disastrous first half against Rice, where they looked pitiful, and I was like, oh God, this is going to get ugly. They turned it around. They somehow not only covered but got over when it didn't look like it had a prayer of doing either. So maybe there's a little life in these Hogs. This is exciting and fun. Arkansas, though, a 7-point dog. That line has moved in Texas's direction all week. What say you?
You know, Arkansas last couple of seasons, or at least last season, feisty team to gamble on or against because their game at some point, it feels like, even against better teams, there were moments last year where under Pittman they were like, okay, this is a better version of what they have. I'm with you on Texas, though. I thought, again, kind of new quarterback, break him in. There were some growing pains early. If they could keep Bijan Robinson upright and use him in that offense, I mean, that dude could win a Heisman. I mean, that is I've covered him live. I've said it. I don't go to a lot of high school games of elite players. It's just not what I've done. That's the best high school football player I've ever seen live is Bijan Robinson for Texas. Truly, I think he's special. So Texas is going to continue to find ways to get him the ball, and I don't think Arkansas is going to have a chance of slowing him down. Can we talk about that Arkansas game real quick last week? I mean, that is a strange. That was really odd. The scoreboard and how that game actually played out is bizarre, and maybe that's a bit concerning. I'd lean Texas again. Another over. I think I'd lean. I think it could be a fun game. Well, you know what I mean? I could see some fireworks here. That's kind of what I'm leaning toward.
I'm still stunned that Arkansas game. I'm still stunned they covered and they got over. I don't know how that happened. I mean, it was just that's what you give up on. You just write it off at halftime like this is. There's no chance this thing is happening. No chance.
I think Arkansas knew exactly what that point spread was, and I think they knew exactly how to manage X. I'm telling you, I did an interview this week, and we talked about that a bit. That is absolutely a thing, especially now in the modern age where point spreads are not only everywhere, but NFL Network has them on the ticker all of a sudden.
Yep.
Coaches know what the expectations are. They know that their fans and boosters back them with money. It's important to them, or at least some of them, they cover the spread. That felt like what was going on there.
Oh, there's no question. It was very much a thing, and an interesting thing at that. I think I don't know if you agree with me or not on this. If I'm picking one game that I feel very good about, App State plus the 9 at Miami. I don't get why Miami. I don't get why the line is moving in Miami's direction here. I was not. I know when Miami. I know it's hard to filter out what was Alabama just being Alabama and what was Miami, but I didn't like what I saw from Miami for the most part in that game, and I think App State is. I love App State. I love the way they look.
I am terrified of this game for this reason. You're right. Miami looked horrendous, and then in the second half, on with Alabama, and Nick Saban's all mad about it, but Alabama didn't care at that point, and that's why Nick Saban's mad, and that's great. So, but the problem is, I don't really know what Miami will look like against a reasonable defense because Alabama looks to have an unreasonable defense. And so this line is either really bad or kind of sneaky good. And what I mean by that, this line is going to goat a lot of us into saying, wow, man, Miami, the week after Bama, there's that Bama effect. They're going to be sore till Thursday. That's not necessarily not true. I mean, that there is some proven statistics that the week after you play Alabama, you are beat the heck, right? So I struggle with it because of the robust nature of the line. But I'll agree with you on one thing. App State is a fun program. Handled East Carolina week 1. East Carolina, I like this week actually against South Carolina, and I think they're a really game team, and they're usually up for these kinds of games. So it's a stay away from me, but I get why you would indulge, man. App State is usually up for it.
I like it. What do you think of Memphis, Arkansas State at this point? Butch Jones with his kind of a welcome party, and Memphis starting a freshman quarterback who didn't necessarily expect to be in the position that he would be in, but because of injury to the presumed starter from a few weeks back, Grant Gunnell, Seth Hennigan came in and played quite well in his debut. Obviously, things get a little tougher with the trip to Jonesboro to take on Arkansas State. Memphis, a 5.5-point favorite here.
That line a little scary too, by the way.
A little bit. Yeah, a little concerning. A little concerning to see that line. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm inclined to take the points, but only on a contrarian nature. It just seems like a low line, and I think most people who don't talk or watch Memphis football regularly are going to say, "Oh my God, Memphis 5.5." It's a weird place to play too. It really is, and I know the Butch situation, especially in some of these parts, takes on somewhat different emotions. I mean, I thought that was a really good move for both parties, quite honestly. So I like Memphis to win. I think it's going to be a nail-biter, though, man. I think there could be another game that's another place where you play there. It's usually kind of weird.
Adam, for a freshman quarterback like Seth Hennigan, what are some of the things outside of just general experience that can bother him, that can make him fall short, especially in his first road game like he's got coming up Saturday?
Yeah, young quarterbacks in general, and the cliche thing is, well, just don't turn the ball over, right? And, that's true. But I'm always, first and foremost, to me, when I'm evaluating him, and I'm not a quarterback whisperer, but it's like the physical talent, right? I love to see a guy, like you watch someone throw a 10-yard out, and you can kind of know quickly, even if you don't do this for a living, like what is that person supposed to do? And then I think the other thing, like to me, beyond interceptions, is how smoothly and naturally do they get plays into the game, right? And just general comfort. Like it's a terrible example, but I'm going to do it anyways. Bryce Young for Alabama. Now, Bryce Young was one of the best, if not the best, high school football recruits in the country. Sat last year, so not a true freshman. Had a guy to sit, played some. But what was most stunning about him last week is the way he could glide out of the pocket, the calm delivering plays. Like almost everything that happens between actually throwing the football, I was kind of in awe, frankly, just watching how natural everything looked. So you got a young quarterback, you're going to make some mistakes. You think about what they're, asking him to do, it's really difficult. So you deal with the mistakes. I just think watching a player get more comfortable on the field and all the body language things, all of that, I think is really, really important. So it's exciting to see what you have.
Let's do a few quick hitters to end things. What do we do with Washington, Michigan? Michigan minus the 7. This one just is blinking lights weird.
I feel like a sucker. I've told you why not to be a sucker on a couple of plays, and I like Michigan.
Mm-hmm.
I do. I like the quarterback play from Michigan, and Montana is not terrible. I mean, Montana is not a bad team. It's a jarring loss. It's an odd scoreboard. Washington threw 3 interceptions. They didn't run the ball. I mean, they didn't do a lot of things well, obviously. I just think that it's a really long week, and I think Washington will be better. But I've said it a bit going into it. I think this Michigan team and Michigan program is far more talented than them, and I was not a huge Washington fan coming in. However, I wish I would have gotten this game about a week ago, right? Because all the value has been sucked out of it. You could have had Michigan, -1 or -2, I think, before last week. and I don't have that. I wish I would have, because this is not a great line to be jumping into.
NC State, Mississippi State. What a weird game for Mississippi State. Again, no idea how they won that game, but they somehow did win that game. NC State looking pretty darn good, and yet this game, another weird one. But
Stinks.
Man, it's hard not to take NC State here, but it does stink. I agree with you.
I haven't looked at the trends of who's betting what, but I would imagine this has got to be
It's about
heavily.
2-1 NC State. It's about 2-1 NC State right now.
Okay, so that's actually not as bad as I thought it would be, but still bad. I went back. I literally, because I do the locks of the week on Bleacher Report, and I started writing up. I was going to pick NC State, and I wrote, and then I deleted, and then I actually thought, I kind of like Mississippi State from a contrarian play, and I wrote, and then I deleted, and then I finally said, that's probably not good. It's a stay away game. But you're right. This is one of those moments. I'm a contrarian player where I like these value moments where it's not popular on the other side. I just think NC State is probably going to come out and they should beat them handily after what we saw. But I'm trying not to operate in a vacuum. We'll see what happens. I am what an odd game. Just everything about this game. Week 1. Team, coaches, matchup, just very, very strange.
It's all strange. You're exactly right about that. And then I have a buddy who wants to know Notre Dame over. What do we think?
Well, I'll say this: that offense, that offense is fun, and the defense looks like it's got some problems. Right? It doesn't. And we're operating in a vacuum, so problems is probably a bit hard. But I thought Cone looked great. They've got a superhuman tight end, also have a superhuman safety. My only concern is there a little bit of a letdown situation here? I mean, it sounds strange after a Florida State game, but Toledo's been pretty good. I'd probably lean over here, but I'm kind of over crazy. What a wild game. And the other thing, I guess, when you're thinking about Notre Dame over, the defense looked decent in doses, and then allowed this game-changing breakthrough play. So that's a hard thing after 1 week to figure out how that's going to translate. I'd probably lean over, and I think that's actually kind of a sneaky good game on the board.
Good stuff. Love it. Appreciate it. Adam Kramer, he's the best in the business, folks. And, I hope you appreciate it.
Real fast too, Adam. Real fast. I'm new to gambling. I just got in this year. I'm going. I'm going straight by your locks on Bleacher Report this Saturday.
Oh, boy, man, we started good, right? 8-4-1.
Yeah.
It's pretty good, but I'm telling you, it's a tough card. One other game I want to throw at you, contrarian game, Troy over Liberty. Love that game. I really think Troy's got a good team, so I'm just throwing it out there.
Well, God is not going to be happy with you, Adam, but that's fine. If
No.
you want to go against the Lord.
Rarely
If you want to go against the Lord,
is.
that's your business if you want to go against the Lord.
Yeah,
but,
that's right. We got
that's
history
up to you.
anyways, so that's fine.
All right. Thanks, Adam Kramer. He's the best. Check him out. Again, at Kegs and Eggs. Love talking to Kramer. Have a good one, buddy. Enjoy the Cy-Hawk rivalry game. All right, bud. We'll come back. Lots more to get to here with Adam, with me and Sane. We'll discuss it because a big weekend of games. We'll talk about them next.
Get happy with Sports 56 Happy Hour with Johnny Radio. Weekday afternoons from 1 to 3 on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
At Jason's Deli, when you're dining in or picking up curbside, you can expect wholesome food and no surprises, just delicious sandwiches, crisp salads, and quick quality meals made with the freshest ingredients and no artificial trans fats, MSG, high fructose corn syrup, or artificial colors and dyes. Around here, a lot of thought goes into what we put into our food and what we take out of it, because you're not just taking a bite, you're getting a taste of who we are. New items are constantly being created to expand our menu for all tastes and special diets with vegan and gluten-free options available. Convenience and on-time delivery you can count on. It's just a click away at jasonsdeli.com, so whether you need to feed 5 people or 5,000, the team at Jason's Deli, they have the credentials and the commitment to keep you satisfied. Freshness is nearby at Jason's Deli with locations at Ridgeway in the Park Place Center, Poplar and Highland, Germantown Road in Cordova, and on Goodman Road in Olive Branch. Jason's Deli. It's wholesome food and no surprises. The NFL is back, and FanDuel Sportsbook is celebrating with 40-1 odds on any Week 1 game. Who doesn't want to win $200 on a $5 bet? New customers get 40-1 odds when you place your first wager. FanDuel is sports betting made simple. Plus, when you win, you'll get paid in as little as 24 hours. See for yourself why FanDuel is America's #1 sports book. Just sign up with promo code CASH, and you could win $200 on a $5 bet. Exclusively on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Must be 21 or older and present in Tennessee. New users only. $10 first deposit required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max bonus $200. Bonus for Tennessee users fulfilled in site credit within 72 hours. Tennessee site credit expires in 14 days after receipt. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Restrictions apply. Gambling problem? Call the Tennessee Red Line at 1-800-889-9789.
Acura of Memphis invites you to experience the all-new, completely redesigned 2022 Acura MDX. It's the most advanced SUV Acura has ever built. Experience the convenience of full connectivity, including built-in Alexa, Wi-Fi hotspot, and wireless charging. From the stunning interior, complete with third-row seating, stop by our state-of-the-art facility and take advantage of our aggressive APR offers during the Acura Summer Performance Event. Ridgeway at 385, or shop online from the convenience of home now. Visit AcuraofMemphis.com.
Tee it up at Edwin Watts Golf Shops for the tailor-made fitting event happening September 6th through the 12th, featuring the new P790 irons with speed foam air technology and tungsten weighting to give you more distance, and the new MG3 wedges now with raised micro ribs positioned between the grooves. Go to worldwidegolfshops.com and register to get a free custom fitting. Edwin Watts Golf Shops, home of the 90-day satisfaction guarantee.
Grind City Brewing has done it again. They have crafted a new Pilsner called Poppy's Pills. It's just what the doctor ordered. Sometimes you come across a beer so smooth and so crushable, it cures what ails you. Take two of these, and I guarantee you'll be calling for more. This is the newest Grind City release. So good, it's already in Kroger and in all of the liquor stores. This is a lighter fare. It's a Pilsner. This will become probably an anchor for Grind City Brewing. It has been in the making for 6 years. Honestly, this was formulated by the Grind City Brewers when they were starting out just a long time ago. It took this long to make something this great. It is an American Pilsner. It's 4% alcohol. It is for lighter beer drinkers, grill outs, at the beach, after golf. You're going to love Poppy's Pills.
I thought we were done with this.
Hiya, Petey.
Don't call me Petey.
We're back, baby, doing Central Barbecue commercials.
This is very exciting.
Reminding everyone that there are 4 locations, all with that perfect Central Barbecue, slow-cooked Memphis-style barbecue.
You know, you don't really need me for these.
No, I want you for these. We're a team, you and me, telling the world about the best ribs in Memphis. Maybe the best ribs in the world, Central Barbecue ribs.
See, you didn't need me to do that, and don't call me...
Petey, Central Barbecue spots wouldn't be the same without you.
I think they would.
You know you love it, and there's no better barbecue than Central Barbecue.
Sports 56 traffic.
We're working a new accident on Summer Avenue at Graham Street. That's Summer Avenue at Graham Street. Just a reminder, down in DeSoto County, Poplar Corner between Bramble and Black Oak will be closed today from 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's Poplar Corner between Bramble and Black Oak will be closed today from 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. And this is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
Welcome back. As we roll on, what do you think of Memphis, Arkansas State tomorrow night, Anthony Sane?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. That's gonna be. I'm kind of worried about that game. I was thinking about putting some money on it, but for some of the same reasons Kramer's talking about, that game, like, and then just knowing that game historically, man, freshman quarterback on the road. it's hard for me to even predict the win. It's let alone to touch the points on it. You know what I mean?
Ooh, man. Okay. Boy, you kind of.
You talking about freshman quarterback though, bro? You know what I mean? Like,
I know, but it's you're
I don't
on the road.
no, I'm just going by history. I don't know how. I haven't looked at Arkansas State at all this year. I don't know how good they look, honestly. So it's just that freshman quarterback on the road is bothering me, man. You know, I don't know.
It's definitely a weird place to play. There's been some weird games historically that have happened up in Jonesboro. I think it's a real proving ground. But from what we saw, at least earlier on, I thought Hennigan looked really good for. I mean, considering what you would have expected from a guy that's at his level, you might not have thought, okay, look, this guy's going to be, perfect. But I thought he looked really good. Like I thought there were a lot of things to like about his performance, a lot of things to like about what he was, what he brought to the table. So, I get it. I get it. People would be a little bit nervous about it. I got you,
right.
But I don't know. I still I think he's gonna be fine. I'm not worried.
Yeah.
About it.
Yeah.
I think if they continue to lean on the running game a little bit more, I think they'll be fine.
Yeah, the fact that the running game showed out the way they did definitely helps for sure. I think the defensively, you're going to need to see some plays made. That's one thing that always tends to help freshman quarterback is when you get some kind of a big play from a defense that you feel confident in. Things can spiral though. That's the downside of the whole thing is things can spiral pretty quick when you've got that freshman, and if the defense isn't holding up its end of the bargain, and you get some quick 3 and outs, and things change quickly. So I'd say just keep an eye on that going forward. But I still like Seth Hennigan. I like Memphis. I think they'll get the win against Butch Jones. If not, then that's going to be a little bit troubling for sure. It's going to be a little bit of a stub toe for Ryan Silverfield in this one. That game, Texas Arkansas, fun game. Going to be a couple fun games. A lot of fun games around that same time. That's when the Memphis game is. The 6:00 kickoff. There's a lot of interesting games around that same time. I would love to. I'd love to be able to be in the house. Texas Arkansas, old school rivalry, and I really hope Arkansas does something special in this game. I think they could. I kind of have a feeling. I have a feeling about Arkansas this week. I don't know why. There's no necessarily rhyme or reason to it. It looked a lot better in the second half, but I just have a feeling, man.
You think they're gonna beat Texas?
I think they're gonna beat Texas. I have a feeling. Maybe I'm crazy. I just have
might be a little crazy.
Just a weird, just a hunch, I suppose. I don't know. It's I thought they looked so bad in that first half that it's kind of deceptive about what this team was really all about, and much better in that second half. And KJ Jefferson, if he gets going, he's something else, man. Really good, and that run attack, that offensive line, I think they're in good shape. I don't know how they covered last week, but they did, and I think they covered this week, and I think maybe they went outright.
That'd be a big one if they could pull that off. I like how those two teams are getting together. They'll be SEC rivals soon. I hadn't really thought about it until Adam mentioned it, to see that old school rivalry.
Yeah,
get
man.
Back going again.
No, absolutely. No, it's
that's what college football is all about, man.
Well, that part, it is. It's kind of funny how it all kind of turns around a little bit, and it's weird. It's how you can look back and it's an old school rivalry, but it's only going to get back to the old school rivalry because of a new school money and new. It's just it's weird. It's weird.
Come on, kids, care about something you don't care about. Come on.
It's very strange.
Speaking of that,
I like how that works out. Yeah, go ahead. No,
speaking of that, does the University of Memphis football team have a natural rivalry? When I say natural rivalry, I mean like it's common. Like we hate them and they hate us. Because the city of Memphis has a lot of schools or NFL teams, and not NFL, NBA teams
I mean, I think
we hate.
I mean,
but they don't particularly give a crap about why we hate them. Like the Clippers rivalry. I always said the Clippers rivalry was one-sided. We had beef with the Clippers, but the Clippers, okay, why don't y'all like us? You know what I mean? So I don't really know.
Ole Miss can be, for sure. There's a lot of dislike. I don't know that it would. I think
that feels one-sided. I don't think Ole Miss gives a crap about playing Memphis.
No, I see. Now you might think that, but I think it's because there's so many Ole Miss people in Memphis that.
Okay.
So that's that becomes a much more personal rivalry
to the fans. Yeah.
Yeah, to the fans. Right?
I mean, like the two schools hate each other. Is there one for Memphis football?
I mean, it used to be UAB. They had a good one going. Southern Miss. They had a good one going with Southern Miss.
Yeah.
UAB. Historically.
Is that restaurant still downtown? They used to talk about how Alabama has the best ribs. They had to build. You don't remember that?
No.
There was an Alabama restaurant that had – this came off, he's talking about UAB, Battle of the Bones, all that. There used to be a restaurant downtown that had a list of all the championships they had won. And they were talking about how Alabama barbecue is the best in the world in Memphis downtown. And people came up and spray painted like everything that said Alabama, they put Memphis on there.
You can't do that. I mean, that's just, come on.
You don't remember that place, though? It was kind of a big deal. Like, people was like, dude, y'all won't be here a month.
I
doubt they're still here. No way they're still here.
I don't remember that, but I remember Alabama. I remember some Alabama barbecue, so I have to go back and have to look it up and think about that. All right, when we come back, we'll continue to discuss all of this because there's a lot to get to. There's a whole lot going on here. In the world of sports, we'll talk a little bit more about NFL Week 1 because we are getting underway. It's already started, really, with last night's Buccaneers victory over the Cowboys. We'll do that when we continue. Kari Thompson coming up to talk preps at 9 o'clock here in the Family Leisure Studios. Real Sports Talk Sports 5698.5.
Greg Gaston and Eli Savoy take you through lunch from 10 to 1 weekdays, only on Sports 56 and 98.5 FM.
Fly to make your day.
Memphis's hometown airline, Southern Airways, wants you to beat the Mid-South heat and head to the Emerald Coast. Southern is the easy and convenient way for Memphians to get to Destin. Want to spend some time on the lake instead? Fly over the interstate traffic and bypass any delays and take one of Southern's flights to Hot Springs, Arkansas. Short flights in popular regional destinations like Arkansas's festival city of El Dorado and Harrison, Arkansas, the gateway to Branson, each have daily nonstop flight options from Southern Airways out of Memphis. Flying Southern is easy with no TSA screening hassles and free parking at Signature Flight Support. So if you're planning a quick weekend getaway, be sure to fly Southern Airways. Visit iFlySouthern.com to reserve your seats today.
At Southern Airways, we fly to make your day.
The original hot dog factory and Spike's Wing, located at 4265 Hacks Cross Road near 385. The menu offers a variety of all-beef hot dogs with over 20 choices. Try some of the best-selling favorites like the bacon wrap Memphis dog and even sausages like street Polish, Italian, or Jamaican jerk chicken. Open 7 days a week, Monday through Saturday, 11 till 10, and Sunday, 11 to 8. Catering and event hosting is available. Have your next meeting or family gathering at the original hot dog factory. Now hiring team members. Apply in person. The original hot dog factory and Spike's Wing.
Farmers want to make sure you got your favorite things covered and will give you a discount for doing it. Their auto multi-policy discount gives you up to 45% off your auto insurance for bundling policies like boat, motorcycle, RV, home, and life. It's just one of the many ways that you can save with Farmers. Call Daniel Chad Gallen at 901-235-1176 to learn more or get a quote.
We are farmers. Bum, ba-dum, bum, 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 bum.
Not available in every state. Only available with select Farmers branded policies subject to terms and conditions. Underwritten by Farmers, Truck, or Fire Insurance Exchanges, Farmers New World Life Insurance Company, or affiliate.
If you're going on vacation, making a college campus visit, or if business takes you out of town, there's just no better place to board your dog than Barks and Recreation, 965 Reddick Cove between Bud Davis Cadillac and the Blue Plate Cafe in East Memphis. Boarding, daycare, grooming, we have the best of everything at Barks. Indoor-outdoor kennels so your family member can go in and out as they please. Indoor and outdoor play areas. 4 walks a day, group play, and individual attention from the best staff in the Mid-South, which includes an overnight staff to ensure the safety and comfort of your pet 24 hours a day. All reasons to choose Barks and Recreation above all other boarding and daycare facilities. BarksDaycare.com or 509-0909. Check us out and make your reservations now at BarksDaycare.com. If your dog could speak, he'd say Barks.
Visit Frontier Western Store this summer to check out tons of new products. Frontier added so many new items in their women's boutique. There are daily arrivals with thousands of on-trend tops, jeans, and pants in stock at amazing prices. And guys, Frontier's your #1 Carhartt store. There's no one around with a larger selection of everyday fits and workwear. Wrangler and Ariat clothing also available. Frontier recently remodeled their entire store and expanded the world-famous boot showroom. Now there are even more dress and work boots in stock. After Ariat boots, then you've got to check out Frontier. There are over 1,000 pair of Ariat boots alone, and thousands more in other brands such as Dan Post, Corral, Durango, Rocky, and Twisted X. As if the selection isn't reason enough, there's Frontier's low prices. Frontier's pricing is lower than online and chain stores, so when you're ready for your next pair, you know right where to come. Frontier Western Store, 5880 Goodman Road in Olive Branch, and on the web at frontierwesternstore.com. Locally owned and operated since 1967.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Good times. These are the good times. Leave your cares behind.
Zach, you posted this Cam Newton interview. Have you seen this Cam Newton interview?
Yeah.
This thing is wild. This thing
like,
is wild. I don't know.
Something ain't right about that, man.
What happened?
No. I mean, as far as him being released?
No. What are y'all
or
talking
just him
about?
doing this interview?
Yeah, the interview. What are y'all talking
Cam's doing an interview with.
He said he felt bamboozled.
I don't know who the reporter is or who the personality is. Like I can't tell who that. But I'm looking at this whole thread. I'm not talking about just the one that Zach put. I'm looking through the rest of them too.
Well,
from this
I was just retweeting the whole thread.
Cam is, I mean,
first of all, he's looking like a preposterous pilgrim. And
I mean, he as always.
What is he doing?
He got the auntie hat with the hair like through the top of it, like looking like an explosion of. What are we?
That's his hair. Oh man, sure.
I think that's his hair. I'm pretty sure that's his hair. Is that his hair?
Yeah, that's his hair. That's his hair.
It looks like his hair exploded like a fountain through the top of his head. And this is one of the most softball interviews imaginable. They're sitting on the high school field.
Who is this guy interviewing him looking like Ernest the Cat Miller?
Exactly, he does. He looks like an old Ernest the Cat Miller. It might be Ernest the Cat Miller because Ernest the Cat Miller is probably pretty old at this point. And some of the stuff that's coming out of Cam's mouth is just.
Yeah, that's his hair coming out of his head.
Whew.
That had probably cost a preposterous amount of money. He got a hole cut it.
Yeah.
You got any audio of this? That? It's funny. Guess not.
No, I have audio. I was trying to find it.
Okay.
Quickly. So this is this is him talking about him getting released.
Mm-hmm.
Come, man. Yeah. So, when it happened, we went through the meeting, and, Matt, Patricia was there, Bill was there, and we greeted each other, and we just started talking. And at that time, they told me that they were going to, give the reins to Matt. And I was like, okay, cool, da-da-da-da. And it didn't dawn on me that I was like, y'all,
this is it.
Y'all releasing me? You know what I mean?
Did you ask or you just sat there?
I was confused because, Bill was, I mean, we all were shocked. It was all uncomfortable for everybody, but I want the whole.
I want the part about when he says that his aura is they distract. That's what I want to hear from Cam Newton in his first interview since being released.
I got you, Peter. I got you.
Thank you.
The powers that be.
Can we be honest? And this can kind of merge organically.
Bring it to me.
The reason why they released me is because indirectly, I was going to be a distraction.
Without being the starter.
Without being a starter.
Yeah.
And this was
but
not
how?
going to come.
Verbally or in the locker room?
Just my aura.
Okay.
Just my aura. And that's just, and I told you this off camera. That's my gift and my curse.
Yeah.
When you bring a Cam Newton to your facility, when you bring a Cam Newton to your franchise, people are interested by mere fact
They
of
are intrigued.
Who is he?
Yeah.
Why does he wear his hair?
Yeah.
Why does he talk? Why does he act? Why does he perform? Why does all these questions?
Yeah.
So let me be honest with you.
Come to me.
Saying this.
Yeah.
If they would have asked me, would I play behind? They said, Cam, we're going to give the team to Matt.
Okay.
You're going to be the second string. We
Okay.
expect you to be everything and some to guide him throughout this tenure.
Okay.
I would have said absolutely, yeah.
Cam.
But listen.
Cam.
Listen. The truth of the matter is this. He would have been uncomfortable.
With you looking over his shoulder?
Yeah.
You felt like that?
Yeah. He would have. And they knew because you have to understand.
So what, do we
presence.
You're an intimidating presence.
See, so here's the thing.
Hey man, this is a hard hitting interview. Let's just get right down to it. I mean, this is hard hitting.
So here's the thing. Like, I think part of that is true though. I think part of
The
that
part
is
about his aura, do you think, or
just the fact that he's a number 2 behind a rookie quarterback. Like the thing is like I'm not segueing this back to the Cowboys because we had a similar situation with Tony Romo and Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott was off to a fantastic year, and everybody kept saying like, "Well, is Tony Romo going to get his job back once he heals up from his surgery and gets back on the field and starts playing?" And obviously, after that season, Romo retired. Like it's sort of like this situation here. Like I believe Cam would have been a number 2 if the Patriots decided to keep him, but it's just the fact that if Mac Jones, stinks up his first game, then everybody's gonna be turned into Cam. Like, hey man, like we're gonna bring Cam in the game to kind of help this rookie out, man. Like this, like I understand it's the first game,
I got you. He's not wrong about that, but he's also somewhat delusional about what he still brings to the table.
Hey, but
I think he's full of crap as far as saying he would have been there to help out. I think that's all just BS.
Yes.
But like he's, I've been pulling for Cam this whole time, but I don't think he would have been as generous about helping the dude as nearly like he's talking, but I do think that Mac Jones probably would have felt some type of way too. I mean, why wouldn't he?
Yeah,
the dude is dressed like a peacock. You probably would be a little concerned about him.
Yeah, I love how he's just like, people want to know why does he do his hair like that? Cam gets off on that stuff. Loves to be.
Well, when you've been the man forever, bro, and you're all of a sudden not the man, sometimes you miss the memo. So.
Well, I just mean like as far as his outfits.
That's just part of it. I mean, that's part of this. That all comes with it.
I guess so. Hour number 3 on the way, and it's official from the Big 12 in the expansion. We'll talk about that, and we'll talk to Kari Thompson when we return.
Hi, this is Troy Five-Ash, owner of Five-Ash Roof Services. You've heard me talk about how we offer the best products, the best warranties, and the best services for years. Now let's talk about pricing. Pricing should never be the only reason you hire a contractor, but in today's world, pricing is always a consideration. So we suggest you get 2 or 3 estimates for your roof replacement from a reputable, licensed, and insured company, and then give us a call. If we can't beat your best price for a comparable roof system by more than $100, we'll give you $100. It's that simple. We are so sure we can offer you the best price, beating all other qualified companies, we will hand you $100 if we can't. And thank you for the opportunity. So give us a call. What's the worst thing that's going to happen? Make $100? Five-Ash Roof Services, a proud supporter of Tiger Athletics and the official roofer of the Tigers home team. Five-Ash Roof Services, fair, honest, and ethical. 367-0050 or memphisroofer.com.
Five-Ash Roofing is what we do. We're here for you.
Do you know one of the best things you can do for your employees or family's health? Provide Arctic Clear bottled water. Arctic Clear bottled water is your locally owned and operated bottled water provider. Arctic Clear is 100% natural spring water with free delivery and setup, dependable service, and no long-term contracts. What an easy choice. Call Jeff Manus today, 901-382-2363, or visit arctic-clear.com. Arctic Clear bottled water. Call now, 382-2363. That's 382-2363.
A good friend of mine told me about this awesome place for lunch.
Oh, yeah? What's the name?
Neil's Grill and Bar, where the fat man rocks. Everybody knows Neil.
Where's it located?
It's located in Yorkshire Square off of Quince.
And what's it like?
The best lunch place in Memphis. You know, like real mashed potatoes and gravy. Everything is made from scratch. Monday through Friday, daily lunch specials like Monday baked chicken, Italian Tuesday, spaghetti, ravioli, Italian spinach, delicious fried catfish, fried chicken livers every Wednesday, Friday, Salisbury steak, barbecue chicken, or if you just want a vegetable plate, the best veggies in town.
What about the lunch price?
Meat and 2 veggies, $7.95. Meat and 3 veggies, $9.99. And veggie plate, $8.95. Big fat boy portions, man.
Man, you're making me hungry. Come hear the best live local music at Neil's. Eddie Smith plays Sundays 5 to 9, Mondays karaoke, Tuesdays Debbie Jameson, Wednesdays Elmo and the Shades, Thursdays John Williams and the A440 Band at Neil's.
Where the fat man rocks. I want to do some bragging rights. Hey, I was just the other day overhearing a conversation with Big Mike, the manager of DeSoto Auto Sales. They've got people buying cars all over the country. North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, Texas. People from all over the country buy cars at DeSoto Auto Sales in Olive Branch, Mississippi. Why? DeSoto Auto Sales has the most stringent car inspection in America. They get it right the first time. Quality and low mileage, factory warranty on most vehicles. My favorite part is the people who work there. Big Mike, all the employees are professional, friendly, and go that extra mile. Expect as you walk in the door, you're treated like family. DeSoto Auto Sales understands your time matters. We can help you find your dream car and get all the paperwork finished in less than an hour. Come see us at DeSoto Auto Sales and be part of our family. Have a great buying experience every time. 662-890-7184.
The 34th Annual Memphis Chevy Show, presented by T-Mobile, makes its return to the Memphis International Raceway September 10th and 11th. The premier destination for all things Chevrolet features multiple classes of drag racing, an automotive swap meet, jet dragsters, and more. Get your vehicle registered and enter in a professionally judged car show, or just put it on display. You can also just sit back and enjoy the show. Tickets are now on sale online at just $20 for Friday and $25 for Saturday. Don't miss out on the largest car show in the Mid-South. Go to racemir.com for more information.
I thought we were done with this.
Say ya, Petey.
Don't call me Petey.
We're back, baby, doing Central Barbecue commercials.
This is very exciting.
Reminding everyone that there are 4 locations, all with that perfect Central Barbecue, slow-cooked Memphis-style barbecue.
You know, you don't really need me for these.
No, I want you for these. We're a team, you and me, telling the world about the best ribs in Memphis. Maybe the best ribs in the world, Central Barbecue ribs.
See, you didn't need me to do that, and don't call
Petey, Central Barbecue spots wouldn't be the same without you.
I think they would.
You know you love it, and there's no better barbecue than Central Barbecue.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ Memphis and W253DF Memphis, Flynn Broadcasting Stations. Sports 56 traffic.
New accident on the roadways. Perkins at Quince. That's Perkins at Quince. Also, still working an accident on Summer Avenue at Graham Street. And if you're in DeSoto County, in this area, Poplar Corner between Bramble and Black Oak is closed. And in that area is closed today from 8:30 a.m. to 2 p.m. That's Poplar Corner between Bramble and Black Oak in DeSoto County. That area is closed until 2 p.m. Keep it right here. This is your Sports 56 traffic update.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. This hour of Sports 56 Mornings is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
Like my mind, I feel alive with it, baby. You blow my mind. I'm satisfied.
Hour number number 3. Presented by Acura Memphis is here on this Friday. Start with some bad news, frankly. Well, I'll start with some good news. Good news is weather's great. Beautiful day. Low humidity. Go out and enjoy it. Mm-hmm. Bad news is that the Big 12 has officially extended the invitations now.
How many times are they going to officially extend this, man?
Well, this is the first. This is actually when they've actually officially done it on
the
their,
official edition.
Yeah, the actual official thing. Like they've put it on their site. It's done. Like they're doing it. The teams are now. Cincinnati has posted something with the Big 12 logo and their logos, all that stuff. So it's official. It's now. That one hit a little bit harder there when you seeing that actual logo there like that. So that's yeah.
You don't know what hard times are, Daddy.
Man.
So there you go. Okay. Big time. All right, so here we go. Let's figure this thing out. What do you say?
Yeah. Improve yourself, man. Like, it hurts.
All you got to do is work
it
on
hurts,
you,
man. It hurts.
Hey.
Might not be a bad thing. Maybe it's a good thing.
If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready, Memphis. That's all I'm saying. Something might go down.
I mean, I think we was ready this time around.
No.
Dr. Rudd, president of the University of Memphis, sent along with Laird Veach, sent a letter just moments ago as well, tweeted out a letter to Tigers fans saying, we are all disappointed with the latest developments in the conference realignment landscape. We know you are frustrated, and we are right there with you. But stay proud. Stay proud of what we are accomplishing together and the progress we are making, et cetera, et cetera. The final whistle hasn't blown. It's far from over. Know that we are being strategic, proactive, and aggressive in our efforts. We must continue to compete at the highest level and support our programs. Rest assured, we will not be slowing down our efforts, nor will we be lowering our expectations. So, there you go. A little pep talk from the administration at the University of Memphis. Kari Thompson from the Commercial Appeal joins us now for we go from a pep talk to prep talk. Right here on the now that's a world class segue. You got to be elite to be able to pull off something like that. So I'm just gonna pat myself on the back a little bit for that one. Welcome in, Kari Thompson. How you doing?
I'm great, Peter. Smooth transition. I love it.
Thank you very much. Like I said, it's there's not many of us out here that can pull something like that off. But I'm just doing the best I can out here. Kari, what do you make of the University of Memphis situation before we talk about preps? Now that it's official with the Big 12 inviting the 3 teams from the AAC, UCF, Cincinnati, Houston, and BYU into the mix, what does that mean for Memphis now?
I mean, it means they're the kid on the schoolyard that didn't get picked for the kickball game, man. That's just what it was. They lined the AAC schools up. They made their picks. And Memphis just outside making the cut.
So what do you do now?
I won't say there's nothing you can do. I mean, I guess you look for other options, but, I mean, what options are more attractive than the Big 12 at this point that Memphis could actually commit to? You know what I mean? Like, it's almost like the recruits with these offers. It's like these schools will offer a bunch of kids, but how many can really commit? So it's like, how many so-called options does Memphis have that it could actually commit to that would be better than its current situation?
Kari, another sad day in the city of Memphis. I think this may be even sadder situation going on the basketball side. Is anytime you lose a good name for a kid is always a sad day in Tiger sports. Tiger basketball lost Zarko Littleton, a 2022 3-star guard, decommitted from the U of M yesterday, 6'3" out of Georgia. Do you think this is a situation where he just kind of felt like he kind of saw that, okay, Memphis is recruiting on another level now, they may be recruiting over my head, or because this is a guy that Penny got a commitment from last year, and then this wild class came in. You know what I mean? So do you think it could be something like that, or do you think it maybe it's something with this conference thing, or what do you think has led to him decommitting from Memphis?
Nah, dude, Memphis wasn't a Big 12 school when they were recruiting him.
Exactly.
So that would have nothing to do with it. It would be the fact that I think this kid, your first point, I think this kid saw that dang, man, Memphis brought in a really good recruiting class, and Penny's showing consistently that he's the best recruiter in the country. And they already have a ton of guards. And at that, Penny likes big guards, and he has some big guards who are young that he just recruited. So seeing all of that, and also knowing that Chandler Jackson is still floating around as one of the best big guards in the city for this year's class. It's not a lot of minutes to go around for a guy like Zacho Littleton.
They had an in-home visit with two kids yesterday. I couldn't remember who the kids were. Do you know? Can you?
Chandler Jackson was one.
Okay.
Of Christian Brothers. Chandler Jackson's good, man. He's blowing out. He's blowing up, man. He's a 6'4" guard. His dad was a pro. What's interesting about Chandler's game is even though he's 6'4", he still kind of has that stocky, powerful build. And just at the high school level, he just bullies people, man. Like, he can just get to the rim whenever he wants to. I mean, he's just bigger and stronger than just about anybody else at this level. And he has the quickness in the mid-range game that helps him kind of round that all out. So he's a really interesting prospect. I know he's got a lot of high major interest. So it'll be interesting to see how hard Memphis recruits him and see how much of a priority they make him because, there's been talented kids in the city before where they weren't really super top priorities. But I think Chandler's just a really intriguing prospect to look at.
Well, and I mean, and the thing is that, as much as we talk about it and the conference stuff and everything else, like, man, look, at the end of the day, the kids don't really care about that stuff. Like, I mean,
then they care.
Well, I suppose that's true, but like, I mean, it's from a basketball point of view, like, so what? You're whatever conference you're in. I think Gonzaga is showing that you can be in whatever conference, and it's not going to be that big of a deal. You can do whatever, and it's not going to be that big of a deal as long as you have the program and the stability of a coaching staff and you've got a track record of being able to be successful. In men's college basketball, it's not really a big deal. To me, this doesn't affect this shouldn't affect Penny one way or the other.
So you think, both you guys, so you think this hurts? You think the news today of the Big 12 stuff hurts Tiger football way more than it hurts Tiger basketball?
For sure.
Oh, yeah.
I saw some fans bugging out about that, and I didn't get it. I was like, man, we didn't like. I said that knowing that, but when you said the key thing, like these kids didn't commit to Memphis. You didn't get Imani Bates and Jalen Duran because of Memphis was in the AAC. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? It had nothing to do with that.
Yeah, Imani Bates is not like, man, I can't wait to play in the Big 12.
No, man, you're not playing Arkansas. Oh man, come on.
I'm gonna get to go to Stillwater, Oklahoma. Like, what are you talking about? Like, to me, it's silly. It's just silly. Like a lot of this, the discussion that's out here. It's dumb, and it's foolishness to me. That because most of these kids, I mean, again, no knock on anybody in particular or whatever. It's just that they are much more interested in their own careers, obviously so, rightly so. And whatever they do from a career point of view can all be done no matter where Memphis happens to be from a conference. It doesn't matter. Not important. It doesn't change what they do. And so, that's the thing for me. It's now football-wise, it's going to be completely different. Football-wise, it's going to be a much bigger deal, much harder to recruit. All those sorts of things are definitely going to be a real thing. But from basketball, it doesn't matter. It won't change anything.
I agree. And one of the main things I tell recruits out there, man, go someplace where you can actually play. Like, bro, if you're not a Jalen Duran level, like, I don't think Memphis is the place for you anymore, man. Like, they've kicked it up a notch, bro. They've kicked it up several notches.
Yes. Oh, for sure. The notches have gone way up. Before we talk about tonight's prep action, Kari, are you going to be at the Classic? Are you going to be out there? Are you representing as an HBCU man yourself? Are you going to be amongst the C.J. Hurt, Mike Wallace, the HBCU reps? They're going to be out there. Are you going to be repping it?
Oh, you know it. Two of my best friends from Hampton actually flew in to see the game, so I'll be out there with them, and I'm looking forward to having a great time.
I'm gonna be there too, man.
You gonna be there?
Oh yeah.
Man, what I'm saying?
I ain't hanging with you guys in the media section. I'm gonna be out there amongst the people.
Man, I'm gonna be amongst the people. I'm a fan. Listen, I'm gonna be a fan Saturday. I am not.
Oh, you're going? You're going as a fan? Oh, dope.
Yeah, me and my homies just kicking it.
What's your plan? What's your plan gonna be? You gonna hit some tailgate? What are you gonna do?
I might explore. I mean, the thing about tailgates, I feel like you have to know somebody, man. Like, you know, my Memphis Rolodex isn't that deep. But I don't know, man. Maybe some brunch. Maybe pregame it a little bit, and just kick back and enjoy the show.
Another thing too, Carey, I know that you haven't been here. You were here. I'm not sure how long I don't know if you ever were here at all when he was actually coaching. I'm really having a hard time remembering when he actually stopped coaching too.
My 3-year anniversary.
This is your third year?
20.
Okay. Legendary high school coach Ted Anderson passed away. I know you don't have many memories of him coaching, but I'm sure you've heard several stories about the impact he had on his city, whether it be players that came down through his tree, coaches who came through his tree. What have you heard as far as the impact of legendary coach Ted Anderson passing away?
Well, I talked to, Cowboy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Coach Cowboy, the current Hamilton coach. So, yeah, I mean, I talked to Cowboy for a while about just, the impact Coach A, as they called him, had. And obviously he's a state championship coach. He's one of the top 10 winningest coaches in the county history. But more than that, he just touched a lot of lives. Cowboy called him Mr. Hamilton, like just a dude who just represented the school on the highest level, really made an impact on the kids he coached. And he was the one who gave Cowboy his nickname, which is super interesting because, like, nobody calls Cowboy Eric Robinson. Everybody calls him Cowboy.
Yeah, I've never known what his name was. Yeah.
So the fact that it came from him and him being bow-legged as a kid, it's kind of hilarious. Bow-legged like he just came off a horse.
Yeah, that's Memphis, man. That's
that's pretty awesome for sure. But yeah, man, huge impact for Coach A. Very sad. I know that it's been a tough week in South Memphis for sure.
Where are you gonna be tonight?
I'm gonna be at Bartlett. Got a pair of undefeated teams playing. Lausanne is visiting Bartlett, so I'll be checking them out.
We aren't quite there yet as far as we're still in the middle of football, but just segueing off this whole discussion about Coach Anderson, what do you expect to look like? What do you expect basketball to look like with SES schools being back and guys not having to transfer to other schools to play this year?
I think that it's going to be way more wide open than it was because you don't have a juggernaut like Houston last year. Like Houston went out and got everybody. They had kids from over the country. They brought in Jonathan Lawson. Like, there was no question who's going to win in AAA. That's very different this year. I think you've got several teams that can compete. And as far as smaller school basketball, I mean, remember Maz made the state title game and lost. They should have won. Like, they really blew a huge lead in the title game. So, and a lot of their better players are going to be back. So look for them to be big time. I mean, obviously, man, you guys know Memphis really runs public school basketball without the state.
Oh,
and,
sure.
I mean, and the quality of the product really suffered without SCS schools in there. So I'm really looking forward to seeing who can show out. Obviously, East is very talented too. So I'm looking forward to seeing a lot of different talent coming up with these SCS schools being back.
Going back to football, what teams have really overachieved? They've been better than you thought, and what team is kind of disappointed so far early in the high school football season?
I thought White Station would be a little bit better than they were, just because they've got several D1 dudes on their offense. But you look at them, they lost Central, who's in 5A now. They got blown out by Collierville last week. and now they got another tough one coming up. Christian Brothers. They might be 1-3 after this Friday night. So that's definitely something I wasn't expected. As far as pleasant surprises, man, Germantown played arguably the toughest first three games out of anyone in the state. Like, they went and they scheduled Christian Brothers, MUS, and Whitehaven, and they came out 2-1. Like, you have to give them their props. And the thing was, like, they lost to Christian Brothers on a crazy, like, overtime game-winning touchdown. Like, so Germantown's been outstanding. I mean, you could definitely make a case for them as the best team in the area, which, you know, that's not something I would have said going into the season for sure.
Well, and I mean that's why you got to get out there and play these games, because you can never tell for sure, especially with all the uncertainty of the pandemic, with all the uncertainty of all the stuff that's going on. It's hard to tell, man. And sometimes you end up with some teams that will, you know, surprise you more often than not. What do you think of Briarcrest is another team that's kind of been a little bit surprising in a good way. They go to DeSoto Central. What do you make of that one?
I got Briarcrest winning that one. Briarcrest, you know, I have way more faith in them now than I did at the beginning of the season. I actually put them number one in my poll just because I think out of anybody so far, they have the best resume, because they do have a quality win in Houston. I think Houston is a really good team, and that was a close game that Briarcrest won. And then Briarcrest went out and beat Brentwood Academy last week, which I definitely did not see coming. Perhaps Brentwood Academy is a little bit down from what they were, but anytime you can beat Brentwood Academy, if you know high school football, you know their track record. So anytime you can get a win over them, that's huge. So got to give them some respect, and I'm definitely expecting them to beat DeSoto Central tonight.
I think it's really there's some interesting matchups tonight. We mentioned White Station and Christian Brothers. You can hear that one right here on the Sports 56 and 98.5. You're going to be Lausanne at Bartlett, South Panola, at Cordova. A fascinating.
That's going to be a master, though.
No, but it's just more about the fact that's just an unusual kind of trip to see. But I'm happy to see it. Center Hill, Collierville, another one that's a notable trip that you don't necessarily always see, and one that's out of the area, but I would love to be there because it's a great place to go watch a game. Brentwood at Henry County, and Brentwood's got to come back. I know that's it's one for our kind of eastern area listeners, but they're going to be.
I'll give you one more. That you're probably not looking at. Whitehaven is traveling to Brentwood Academy. That's going to be interesting.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, I mean, I love to see. There's some good stuff. You got some we got some good stories that are kind of percolating here, somewhat early in the season here for you, Kari. So I look forward to that. Everybody, get out there and enjoy. And the weather's going to be perfect tonight, by the way. So just a beautiful night for high school football. Perfect for you. Perfect night to get arrested, Kari. So watch out. Be careful out there.
Well, I'm not going to be too far deep in the suburbs, so I like my kids.
Hey, Carl, you are aware that the Liberty Bowl is in Orange Mound, right? You okay? You ready for it?
Bro, you act like I've never been to Liberty Bowl.
Just want to remind you, bro.
Yeah, I heard, Carl. You have you might not.
Yeah, I got up in Melrose.
Hey,
what side you
sitting on, Carl? What side you sitting on?
I got good seats, man. I got to look at my tickets, but I got pretty as close to the 50-yard line as you get.
I look at you,
balling.
All right, bro. Hopefully I see you there, man.
Balling.
Hopefully, man.
Cause your phone ain't gonna work when you get there, so.
Man, I told you I was the nickel game, bro. Like I know the deal. Like.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Well, that's the big baller, Kari Thompson, joining us here on the program. Thank you, Kari.
Yes, sir. Appreciate y'all.
At _Kari Thompson on Twitter. Check him out. All right, when we come back, we'll kind of figure out where we go from here. We'll talk college football. We'll talk a little NFL and recap last night. Give Zach one more chance to commiserate over the loss from his Cowboys. We'll talk about the rest of Week 1 and what's to come. All of that's still here. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 and 98.5.
We are Sports 56 WHBQ. Listen to us daily on 560 AM and 98.5 FM, as well as around the world at sports56whbq.com or on the Sports 56 app.
Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I'm Brian Elder, 867-0303. Hurricane season is upon us. Is your roof ready? Are your shingles laying down and sealed properly? Call me right now, 867-0303. They say you get what you pay for. That's why my opinion is free. Maybe you've got years of life left in your roof. If so, I'll tell you that. But if I find storm damage or a compromised roof system, I'll lay out some options for you. Don't let them tell you it needs to be replaced if it only needs a repair. Call me, 867-0303. Has your insurance company already seen it and rejected your claim? Maybe they're correct. Most of the time, they're not. They do tend to become more reasonable once I get involved, though. 867-0303. I'll measure your roof from outer space or BrianElderRoofing.com.
Call 867-0303. Brian Elder's Roofing Solutions.
I'm Gary York. I'm the service director at Lexus of Memphis. Our service department wants to be more than just a place where you get your oil changed. We do glass repair, windshield replacement, recalibration of your camera and sonar systems, even wheel repair, tire replacement, all the things you would expect from a luxury automotive dealer. Please check out our website. You can schedule your appointment, check out our specials, hours of operation, or if you'd like to do it in person, please reach out to one of our associates at 901-271-5199.
If you're going on vacation, making a college campus visit, or if business takes you out of town, there's just no better place to board your dog than Barks and Recreation, 965 Reddick Cove between Bud Davis Cadillac and the Blue Plate Cafe in East Memphis. Boarding, daycare, grooming, we have the best of everything at Barks. Indoor-outdoor kennels so your family member can go in and out as they please. Indoor and outdoor play areas. 4 walks a day. Group play and individual attention from the best staff in the Mid-South, which includes an overnight staff to ensure the safety and comfort of your pet 24 hours a day. All reasons to choose Barks and Recreation above all other boarding and daycare facilities. BarksDaycare.com or 509-0909. Check us out and make your reservations now at BarksDaycare.com. If your dog could speak, he'd say Barks.
I'm here with the great Pat Donahue from the Rendezvous Restaurant Shipping Department.
Thanks, Brett. We've been shipping our ribs all over the country now for decades from our USDA-inspected shipping kitchen in the Pinch District. We hand-cook our ribs in pits that Mr. Charlie built over charcoal, just like they do at the restaurant.
So what comes in a rib box?
We could do pork shoulder, we could do ribs, our sauce, seasoning, baked beans, coleslaw. We'll even throw in Pancho's cheese dip with our nacho boxes. We also put a bag of Rendezvous seasoned popcorn, heating instructions, some chef hats, some wet naps, and some other helpful tips from our kitchen. We ship our ribs overnight, exclusively FedEx. And we put them in nice packaging. We don't ever want to use styrofoam, so we use corrugated cardboard, actually 2 boxes that fit nice together. So the ribs get to you, your loved ones, or your clients in a safe, wholesome manner. Rendezvous ribs are perfect for out-of-town clients, customers, loved ones. We also ship ribs for any occasion.
Where do we order these great ribs?
You can go to www.hogsfly.com or give us a call at 1-888-464-7359.
Charlie Burgos' Rendezvous Restaurant in the alley since 1948.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston.
Yes, I will be good, I promise.
Co-hosting Sports 56 Mornings is Anthony Sane.
That's great, man.
This hour is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Now, back to Peter and Anthony.
Ow, she's a brick house. She's mighty, just letting it all hang out. She's a brick house. I like lady stack, that's a fact.
That's a fact.
Ain't holding nothing back. Ow, she's a brick house.
Yeah. So, welcome back. Hour number 3, presented by Acura of Memphis and the Family Leisure Studios. My name is Peter Edmiston. He's Anthony Sane here as we enjoy this beautiful weather and hopefully a beautiful beautiful weekend for all of you guys. I hope you stay safe and have a good time. Plenty of football to watch and plenty of football to jump in on. And a reminder for everybody out there that you've got a pretty nice week one offer from our friends over at FanDuel Sportsbook. The NFL, of course, you saw last night. It's back. And FanDuel Sportsbook is celebrating with 40-1 odds on any week one game. Who doesn't want to win $200 on a $5 bet? This is no Hail Mary. It's that simple. New customers get 40-1 odds when you place your first wager. FanDuel, it's sports betting made simple. The app is so easy to use. Plus, when you win, you'll get paid in as little as 24 hours. And really and truly, sometimes it's even less than that. In my case, I've seen it out there as little as 12 hours, getting that money put into my account and good to go. So if you're looking for a little something, I think week one can be a little bit tricky for sure. But if you're asking me, and maybe I'm a little bit biased, I'll take Washington minus the 1 against the Chargers. Chargers dealing with some injury issues, long trip, tough to deal with. Week one, I'll take Washington minus the 1 against the Chargers. So that's what I would do. But whatever you want to do, you get 40-1 odds when you place your first wager, and you can do a parlay. You can do all that stuff. I mean, no worries about there. That's why FanDuel is America's #1 sportsbook. They're always hooking you up with exclusive odds boosts, great promotions, and so much more. All you have to do is sign up with promo code BIGHEAD, and you could win $200 on a $5 bet. That's promo code BIGHEAD. Sign up today exclusively on the FanDuel Sportsbook app. Must be 21 and older and present in Tennessee. New users only. $10 first deposit required. Must wager in designated offer market. Max bonus $200. Bonus for Tennessee users fulfilled in site credit within 72 hours. Tennessee site credit expires 14 days after receipt. See full terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. Restrictions apply. Gambling problem? Call TN Redline 1-800-889-9789. Yes, indeed, it is week one of the NFL. In addition to the college football that we have talked about, I do think the Washington wins that opener. I think there's some intriguing ones. That Rams-Bears game on Sunday night. Love to see how this whole Chicago quarterback situation is going to play out. Fascinating to watch that thing happen, and then to see what Matthew Stafford looks like as the Rams opener. Baltimore and the Raiders on Monday night, and all of a sudden things get very, very tricky for Baltimore because injury situations, man, it's rough, man. Marcus Peters, Gus Edwards, each yesterday looking like some significant knee injuries, and that running back situation for the Ravens now is extremely, extremely difficult because J.K. Dobbins is out for the season already. They lost him last week with a knee injury. Now you throw Gus Edwards into the mix, could be out for the season as well. Marcus Peters playing corner, and all of a sudden you're looking at a very experienced Le'Veon Bell coming in from the practice squad and potentially jumping back into the mix in the AFC. So that's a game changer for the Ravens and for that team.
Yep, definitely is going to be a big factor on that particular game. Let me ask you this, Peter. Going back to betting, for those of you who might be novice like myself, I had a 4-game parlay, right, in college football.
Yeah.
And no, I'm sorry, NFL 4-game parlay. The first leg is already lost. Can I rebet those other 3?
What do you mean rebet?
I had a 4-game parlay. One of the games already happened. 3 games during the future. Can I rebet with those 3 bets again, or is the whole thing I can't?
You can bet.
Can I start a new bet with those 3?
Yeah, you can bet as many different times as you want. I mean, you can bet the same bet 50 different times if you want. I mean, it doesn't. Hey,
matter. Guess what I'm thinking about doing?
But I mean, you better be right. Obviously, if you're gonna bet the same bet in different parlays and different whatever, you better right. Make sure you're right.
Guess what I'm thinking about doing? I'm about
betting?
to graduate from from novice to intermediate level. I'm about to mix up NFL and college football in a parlay. Okay.
Yeah, you can do that.
They call me Benny McBeddington over here.
They do call you that. That's what a lot of people have said about you. People tell me all the time. They say, "Hey, you like doing the show with Benny McBeddington over there?" And I said, "Yeah, that's what I call him." I wish you all the best.
Hey man, I'm gonna get paid this weekend, bro.
Hey, listen, I hope so. I'm pulling for you. You know, I want your parlays to hit, man. I want you to be off the charts. I want your parlays. I want you to hit some insane 8-9 leg parlay. Just go crazy.
If I get that, just know, hey Peter, I ain't coming in tomorrow.
We mentioned we mentioned the Ravens situation with the. I mean, it's been such a weird situation. Gus Edwards tore his ACL; he's out for the year. J.K. Dobbins already. So they did sign Latavius Murray, and that makes the most sense. I mean, we talked earlier in the week about how he was released from New Orleans, and I mean, far and away the best back available out there, and I think he'll be. They're going to have a downgrade, but as I've talked about before, you know, to me the running back position is not like, I think you can. Latavius Murray's gonna be okay. Like you'll be fine there. It's just a matter of not having a whole lot of depth in that position. But Lamar Jackson, you know, as long as he can stay out there and not, you know, have to be dealing with COVID protocols because he didn't want to get vaccinated, he's gonna have to do it all. He's gonna have to do a ton of stuff. He's gonna have to be out there running, throwing, you name it. A lot of pressure on it.
You all right, bro?
Mm-mm. A little hiccup there, sorry.
Oh,
a lot
man,
of pressure.
I thought that was it first. Oh, my God, Peter's dead.
No.
I thought that was it, man.
No, I just had a little hiccup.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just kind of stopped breathing, man. I was like, my God, let's go.
What do you? I just hiccuped. What do you?
Nah, man, Zach, was that not an awkward little pause he had?
A little bit.
He was like, yeah.
And then we didn't
like,
hear.
Peter, you all right?
Yep.
Yeah. Dog, man.
I just hiccuped. I hiccuped at the end of a word.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we just glad you're here, man.
Yeah. The Ravens need to go ahead and change that turf and that grass, man. Like
something's up.
Change it, man. Change it. Like
disastrous situation, man.
Like three of your top running backs from last season all tore their ACL and Achilles, man.
And you
change
had two dudes
that.
in the same, two dudes in the same practice that tore up their knee. I mean,
they out there playing them Lego bricks you was talking about yesterday.
Good God! Like, see, this is bad, man. Somebody help this team out. Somebody,
no, I'm not gonna say
somebody
that.
help them out a little bit.
Oh, something that we didn't talk about in the Cowboys game at all, that a lot of people are kind of griping and biatching about.
And what's that?
Offensive pass interference, yes or no?
It is, but it is what it is. At this point, it is what it is. Because
But what was it, Zach? What was it?
It was, to me, it was offensive pass interference. But I mean, it is what it is. Like, it just like it's hard. It's hard to win a game when you leave a minute and 30 seconds on the clock for Tom Brady to win.
America.
Yeah, it's hard, man. Because when we kicked the field goal, it was like, okay, great, like we up one. God, man, we left a minute and 30 seconds on the clock. I'm like, man, I'm like just saying a prayer, like defense, just come clutch, just be heroic in some way. Nope. And I mean, it just didn't work out that way, man. Like, there's just too much time for Tom Brady to operate with. But I've already said my piece about it because it happened to us last year, and I don't want to revisit it. But it is what it is.
Is it what it is?
It is, because I mean, like either they're gonna call it or they're not. So, and then we saw last year when they made it available for coaches to challenge whether it's a pass interference or not, and like they pretty much kept the call standing pretty much every single time. So, when it was in most cases it was very obvious there was pass interference, offensive pass interference. So,
It is what it is.
It is what it is. Like, that's football. That like those judgment calls from the refs is part of football. Like, I mean, to me it was obvious, and to most of the fans it was obvious as well. But I mean, there's nothing you can do about it. Like, you just gotta hope and pray your kicker's not on drugs and missing field goals and extra points in the first half.
It's just good. It just really feels good to have Cowboy fans already.
Yeah.
Talk about stuff like this.
Like, I'm not upset about it. Like, I'm at peace. I'm at peace with the game. I'm at peace with what happened. I'm very elated to know that from the defensive side, like, they took a step. They clearly were better than they were last year. Offense is offense. Just got to clean up some mistakes, and I think they'll be fine, man. I'm very optimistic about my team.
We'll see.
Unlike everybody else saying that the sky is falling after week 1, but
we will see. What? No one's perfect, though, as you saw with the kicker last night with the Dallas Cowboys. Sometimes you miss a 31-yard field goal. Sometimes you miss an extra point. Even the best baseball players strike out with the bases loaded. Even professional kickers miss very easy kicks. It happens sometimes. And if you feel like you come up short sometimes in the bedroom, well, it's okay, because sometimes that will happen. But if it's bothering you, there are options. Go to GetRoman.com/bighead now. With Roman, you can get a free online evaluation and ongoing care for ED, all from the comfort and privacy of your own home. A U.S. licensed healthcare professional is going to work with you to find the best treatment plan. If medication is appropriate, it ships to you free with 2-day shipping. The whole process is straightforward and discreet. And getting started, well, it could not be simpler. All you have to do is go to GetRoman.com/bighead. GetRoman.com/bighead. Complete an online visit, and you can take care of your ED without ever leaving home. Complete that online visit today to connect with a doctor and take care of it. Go to GetRoman.com/bighead now, and you can get $15 off your first month. Look, there's a straightforward way to take care of your ED. GetRoman.com/bighead. GetRoman.com/bighead. Get started now to save $15 on your first month of treatment. So we've talked injuries with the NFL. We got I'm intrigued as well by some of the Week 1 matchups and how quickly we learned about it last week when it comes to college football. Sometimes it's hard to tell exactly with these teams. Is it that team being really good, or is it the other team being really bad? You got to let it shake out a little bit. But you've got the debuts of Trevor Lawrence. You've got Zach Wilson. You've got a lot of good stuff to watch in Week 1, and I can't wait to see the whip around the league when you get those 8 games that kick off, or 9 games that kick off at noon on Sunday. When we come back, got a little social media my favorite kind of controversy is a good social media controversy. We got one of those when we come back, involving the world of golf. Oh yeah, it's getting intriguing here. Real Sports Talk, Sports 56 98.5.
You have opinions?
Well, you gotta have an opinion.
We want to hear them. Call or text us on the AutoZone listener line at 360-8255. That's the AutoZone listener line at 901-360-8255.
Get in the zone, AutoZone.
I want to do some bragging rights. Hey, I was just the other day overhearing a conversation with Big Mike, the manager of DeSoto Auto Sales. They've got people buying cars all over the country. North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama, Arkansas, Texas. People from all over the country buy cars at DeSoto Auto Sales in Olive Branch, Mississippi. Why? DeSoto Auto Sales has the most stringent car inspection in America. They get it right the first time. Quality and low mileage. Factory warranty on most vehicles. My favorite part is the people who work there. Big Mike, all the employees are professional, friendly, and go that extra mile. Expect as you walk in the door, you're treated like family. DeSoto Auto Sales understands your time matters. We can help you find your dream car and get all the paperwork finished in less than an hour. Come see us at DeSoto Auto Sales and be part of our family. Have a great buying experience every time. 662-890-7184.
You don't think about a lawyer until something goes wrong. When that happens, let attorney Stephen Leffler fight for you and your family. You don't leave the house in the morning expecting an accident, but it happens every day. A car wreck, you slip and fall, or you get accused of a crime and find yourself fighting for your reputation. Stephen Leffler has been fighting for you for over 35 years. Don't do it alone. Let Stephen Leffler fight your battles for you. Call Stephen Leffler, 901-527-8830, or go to LefflerLaw.com. Here to fight for you and your loved ones.
Oh, according to research, 82% of people remember radio ads. That means that 82% of you listening right now will remember that this is an ad for ZipRecruiter. If you're hiring, 82% of you will recall that ZipRecruiter makes hiring faster and easier. And 82% of you will note that you can try ZipRecruiter for free today. But you have to go to ZipRecruiter.com/free. Yes, free. 82% of you will keep in mind that ZipRecruiter's technology finds qualified people for your job and actively invites them to apply.
Scott, is that you? Who are you talking to?
82% of you will also know that I, live with my mom. But the most important thing to note is that ZipRecruiter works. In fact, 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Will you be part of the 82% who remember where you can try ZipRecruiter for free? It's ZipRecruiter.com/free. Again, that exclusive link is ZipRecruiter.com/free. How much? Free. That's ZipRecruiter.com/free.
Welcome to Triumph Auto Sales, where you'll have a great car buying experience. Triumph Auto Sales is your #1 source of quality pre-owned vehicles ranging from lease returns to new car trades, all at huge savings. Plus, Triumph has a full array of financing options to meet your needs. Find your next car online at TriumphAutoSales.com or stop in today at 4875 Elmore Road. Triumph Auto Sales will help you get the vehicle you want at the price you need and the service you deserve. For a great car and a great experience from a local and family-owned business, visit Triumph Auto Sales.
I thought we were done with this.
Hiya, Petey.
Don't call me Petey.
We're back, baby, doing Central Barbecue commercials.
This is very exciting.
Reminding everyone that there are 4 locations, all with that perfect Central Barbecue, slow-cooked Memphis-style barbecue.
You know, you don't really need me for these.
No, I want you for these. We're a team, you and me, telling the world about the best ribs in Memphis. Maybe the best ribs in the world, Central Barbecue ribs.
See, you didn't need me to do that, and don't call
Petey,
me.
Central Barbecue spots wouldn't be the same without you.
I think they would.
You know you love it, and there's no better barbecue than Central Barbecue.
The 34th Annual Memphis Chevy Show, presented by T-Mobile, makes its return to the Memphis International Raceway September 10th and 11th. The premier destination for all things Chevrolet features multiple classes of drag racing, an automotive swap meet, jet dragsters, and more. Get your vehicle registered and enter it in a professionally judged car show, or just put it on display. You can also just sit back and enjoy the show. Tickets are now on sale online at just $20 for Friday and $25 for Saturday. Don't miss out on the largest car show in the Mid-South. Go to racemir.com for more information.
Welcome back to Sports 56 Mornings with Peter Edmiston and Anthony Sane. This hour of Sports 56 Mornings is brought to you by Acura of Memphis. Here once again are Pete and Sane.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. All right, so we as we wrap things up here on this Friday, we talked about how much I love the Ryder Cup, man. I love the Ryder Cup. Ryder Cup's great. And one of the reasons why is the intrigue of it. It's a team competition. It's not a individual competition. You've got people going against each other. It gets very heated. And there's some guys that really respond well to that. Normally, Patrick Reed, as a golfer, not a very well-liked guy on tour, not a very well-liked guy, seemingly just kind of in general. Got a real prickly personality, hard to deal with. Has been on the wrong side of a lot of people. But he's been very good in the Ryder Cup. Very, very good. It seems like his competitive nature, his anger, it's channeled in the Ryder Cup, and he's done really, really well historically. Has never lost a singles match, has had a winning record. For a competition that really the U.S. has struggled in, the U.S. has lost 9 of the last 12 Ryder Cups. But Reed was left out of the at-large selections, and that was something that some people didn't like, apparently including Patrick Reed himself. As on Twitter, Patrick Reed's account, and he seems historically has been the guy that has been behind his account. Mm-hmm. So they liked a bunch of tweets involving stuff that was very disparaging of the captain of the Ryder Cup, Steve Stricker, referring to him as a coward.
Yeah, I see that.
referring to him as weak, gutless, etc., stuff of that nature. They've given the European team a lifeline. It's not a good decision by the captain. They couldn't even try to explain it, et cetera, et cetera. Patrick Reed, he was hospitalized last month with pneumonia and was able to play last week, but still has struggled a little bit with his lung. He said for his part, Steve Stricker, the captain, said, Patrick Reed, that was a very, very difficult call. Kind of lost sleep over that one. He's a tremendous competitor. Brings a lot to match play golf. His record at the Ryder Cup is pretty darn good. It was a very difficult call. It was just the uncertainty of his health and really the lack of play that led to the decision down the stretch. But I love a good social media controversy, and so
for sure.
I'm very excited. Very excited when things like this happen.
Can I give you another one?
Yeah.
What in the world is John Morant talking about on Twitter?
What is it? I never know what John Morant's talking about.
I look at this like, bro, I never felt older than I felt yesterday reading John's tweet. I was like, dude, what are you talking about? He's like, hold on.
He said whenever you would comment under my tweet or any of my tweets, respond with these emojis only. And it's like the ninja emoji, the black
zombie?
heart, blue heart, the zombie, and I was like, okay, cool. The number, like, okay, cool. I'm for it, but what if somebody gotta ask you a question? We gotta tweet you in emojis, like
he left the goggles off.
The goggles out. He left the goat off.
Why am I tweeting the zombie?
I don't know
about John Morant.
Is he deadly? Is that what he's saying? Is he deadly?
Is he saying he's a monster?
It could be.
And why am I doing any of this? Like no, John Morant, no. I'm gonna tweet about you and not put that stuff.
Yeah, how about we just don't? How about we just tweet whatever?
So he's saying it's like in fun, right? He's saying like
I think so.
He's not saying
he's not being no.
I feel away when y'all tweet about me and don't put 12.
I mean, I think it seemed all for fun based on what I saw. So I don't know. I mean, who knows, man? Social media is so stupid. Who knows?
Bro, you got. But I now look at people responding to the man like, man, y'all are really this big. You really this big of a loser. Like just hearing what people say to athletes.
Oh man, hey,
not just John, see it with everybody. You know what I mean? So
that's what everybody is. Anybody, I don't know, man. Anybody that responds to athletes like that, just I can't understand why you're doing that. I really can't.
Yeah, don't mention my name unless you're throwing that zombie in. What? Yeah,
I think I might.
It's Zombie because I be robbing people on the court. Shout out to my boy Rob Zombie.
Because I be full of brains. You know what I mean? That's why I'm a zombie. Because what?
I just go out there without thinking. Like I ain't got no brain.
That's right. That's right. Undead. What? Huh? I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know what any of this stuff means. I think I'm just gonna tweet that out randomly. Just like if you don't speak my name unless you have the following emojis: hot dog, Ferris wheel.
Yeah, I thought about
that.
A peach,
goat, lamp, Scotch tape. Like, what? What do you? Well, okay, all right.
Phobos.
Blue heart, rainbow, unicorn.
I gotta sit down and think what my emojis would be, man. I had to think about it. Rotail dip. Is that on there?
I don't think so.
Corn dog. Golf ball. Like what? What? Okay. All right. Hey, man. Hey.
But shout out to John, man. I'm training camp's getting ready to start. Yeah, whatever, John. Whatever gets you going.
Just man. Just do your thing. Just do that. I hate all this stuff, man. That's like I said. It's so.
Yeah, but if anybody knows what the zombie means, let me know. The zombie, Frankenstein, whatever it is, let me know. Monster, whatever.
Yeah, I don't. I'm with you. I have no idea. I have no idea what any of that stuff.
Now the ninja one is dope. The ninja thing is super dope. You know what that one's about, right?
I mean, it's ninja. He sneaks around. He can't see things.
The ninja one is about how he was unranked in high school, and the ninja looks like the little empty silhouette, no picture provided thing. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's dope
cool.
how he goes about it, but the rest of the stuff, I don't know what he's talking about with this zombie.
I mean, blue heart, black heart. I mean, you know, I think that's understandable a little bit.
Is it?
I hope so.
Devin Robertson on Twitter said that Cam Newton's wearing a custom Coolio hat.
He looks so. I just can't. I cannot
like
take.
antlers coming out the top of his head.
It just looks so stupid. Like, why? I don't understand it. What are we doing out here? Come on, man. Have some dignity. Like, what are we doing here? This is. You look insane. All right, so I'm excited about this weekend. We have finally we have college and NFL. This is a real, honest to goodness football weekend. It is happening right here, and I'm extremely excited about it. I've got to figure out my options here. I got to figure out what I'm going to do. And of course, by the way, I don't please add to your list of things to do. Yours truly, me and Rob Fisher on the call over on CW30 for the Memphis 901 FC match against the Miami FC. Going to be a rare opportunity to see them. That's not a team that typically you see a whole lot of. And they're going to be, I think, very, very difficult matchup. And I don't know how it's going to live up to what happened last week, but I hope it does. As somebody who's on the call, I would really love to see that. So please, feel free. Join me.
Get ready to read all those good Southern Heritage Classic articles written by guys that are extremely confused by what they're watching.
I'm excited about that.
This coming.
I can't wait.
Stories
Please
about
retweet those.
Jashonda.
Hey, enjoy the banquet.
Oh yeah, it's gonna be on.
Let me know how it goes.
For sure.
It's gonna be black excellence in
Oh,
there.
yeah,
I
black
know
excellence.
it.
You already know it.
Oh, they about to act a
I can
fool
smell
in
it.
there.
I can taste it. I can taste the melon.
Oh, they about to act a fool in there, boy.
All right, y'all be good. Have a great weekend, y'all.